Welcome, everyone, and happy early Thanksgiving. Welcome to Constructed Chaos, where we run our D&D live stream every Wednesday at 7 p.m. Central Time. Today, we're counting all the things that we're thankful for. Thankful for our GoPros, most of which have survived through, the mini streams that we've conducted. And I'm also thankful for our sponsor, Tabletop Beard, who sent us their brand new Druid oil. This stuff smells like forest and wild berry with an emphasis on wild berries. I don't know how else to describe it other than like maybe if you take some Starburst and like get a big whiff of those
in the forest
yeah. With like leaves and animals and nature abound.
Yeah, you have pink Starburst and pine.
It's very fresh. Yeah. I really like it. But while I try some of this myself, we're gonna go ahead and show a little ad that I made for them for the Druid oil. Okay, well, hey, no sound on the ad, but that's okay. You guys got to see me with hair.
It's the smells that matter.
That's I can attest that is exactly what I looked like when I had hair. Yeah. If nothing else,
it was the silence from the rest of us is anything. He's telling the truth.
Yeah, it was to drive your focus to the beautiful mane that I grew out.
I will say
for the video.
When I walked in your office when you were filming it, I opened the door and I just kind of looked at you for a second, and you didn't see me. And I just stood there and I was like,
it's a really funny sight whenever there's not a big pretty forest behind me and it's just a green screen.
Yeah.
And I'm in my boxers and nobody else can see that.
Top tier.
But as you guys saw, if you are interested in trying out some of this oil yourself, along with their butters and balms, you can use code CHAOS20 at checkout. The link is in the description. Go give some love to our friends over at Tabletop. With that said, I think that's just about everything. I'm eager to see exactly where you guys are taking this big hunk of oaken flying machine as the adventure continues.
And
Not
now,
to the bad guy place.
It's time to roll that beautiful beam footage that I definitely watched.
Nailed it. As the copper griffin sails through the ethereal embrace of the heavens, you and your companion soar through the billowing clouds, leaving the mystical Vidthinken Plateau behind. The echoes of your recent battle linger, a scar left by the ominous servant of the Ashen haunting your thoughts. It would seem that this mysterious influence stretches further than just the tide-turned Isle of Eretheos, or the steam-soaked city of Nyvira. And so now, you brace yourself for the road ahead. As Zealous, a desolate wasteland of scarred earth and tragedy, awaits somewhere beyond the horizon, like a foreboding specter across the sea.
I was trying to follow you.
Welcome back, everyone. Now that chat has seen the intro and all of you have gotten a brief summary as I retold you the intro,
In the land.
Thank you.
we rejoin the four of you aboard the Copper Griffin as you sail through the skies just beyond the storm clouds where you felled the apparent agent of the Ashen and their foul creature that still lies mostly disheveled and in a pool of its own, I wouldn't call it blood, but ichor on the front of your ship.
We still never came up with a party name.
No.
That's cool.
So what would you all like to do, unnamed party of 4?
Yeah.
I'm piloting the ship
You're still piloting. So, okay, everyone, hear me out. So, Drazad has learned a new spell recently.
Oh,
okay.
boy.
Yes, okay, yes. The Great Pyraxis has granted me the ability. I can speak with the dead, okay?
Oh.
Yeah, it's like a voodoo queen.
That's a neat trick.
I can speak of plants now.
We can speak
What
with
about
dead
dead
plants together.
Yeah.
That's what I was getting at.
You hold hands and cast the spells together.
With our powers combined.
Hypothetically, if we were to do it, would you let us do that?
Maybe.
Okay.
We'll see. Depends on the flavor. and
I
how
can throw in
cool
some
it is.
comprehend languages in there too. We can make sure this happens.
Do a circle
And a
around the
persuasion
plant.
check.
We'll find out who really killed this house plant.
He's gonna play the drums while we all mutter in a circle.
You know it's best to sing to your plants to get them to grow.
This is true.
Full possessed by
You guys are extra. I love it.
No, okay, so, hear me out.
Do you want me to get the wizard?
I think... Can we do that? Drazat has not thought of that. I was going to bring alive this ugly thing.
I could bring us a little bit lower.
Yeah, I can still fly. I got like a lot of flying left.
Sure.
It was only like 3 rounds.
Yeah. If you'd like. Oh, that was the gate
For the dog.
for the dog gate.
That was me falling off the ship.
Yeah.
That was odd plummeting into
That
the
was
depths.
the wizard being thrown back onto the boat.
Yeah. I can stall the progression of the ship and put it to the down thrusters, but not enough to where we're just flying up
Okay.
and just like kind of staying still so he can go down and we're not leaving him
I
behind.
did not want
make
to hurt
make an Arcana check.
Me?
Yeah.
I can only cast Speak with the Dead one time. I cannot cast Speak with the Dead to talk
Okay.
to you.
The Arcana.
Hold on. Jeez.
That's a 17.
Okay. With your Arcana check, you're able to basically pull the wings out and use just enough thrust to keep the ship aloft, and you're drifting forward, not moving very fast, but you are drifting forward,
Okay.
essentially hovering.
What happened?
Do we have enough room to just kind of like do a small circle?
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll do that.
Oh, we'll just kind of circle around the area.
Yeah. That doesn't count.
Shut up.
Oh no.
You
Brett.
pointed at it.
All Brett's dice.
For everyone at home, he rolled a nat one with his very first D20
Well, you only need
roll.
one.
Yeah, you only need
Yeah,
one.
you can also borrow all these.
Listen.
He's just grabbing a handful.
I'm sorry. I didn't
all
get
good.
ready.
It's all
It's
good.
like
It happens.
It's like a bag
When
of
you
holding.
asked Sam
over
to
here.
make a check, I was like, oh shit.
I know. I had the same thing, honestly, Brett. I was like, oh, I did not pull all my stuff out.
Okay. I'm ready.
Okay.
I got you. We can.
Well, I mean, you have a fly speed. You're diving off.
Yep.
Make a perception check to see how well you can surmise where this individual might have fallen.
Where's that whiteboard?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do we
You
have?
might need one of those.
We have 2 18s and a
And a
plus
plus
2.
two.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah, we're still doing good. We still
You
got
said
some good-
perception?
That whiteboard is ridiculously big.
I'll take the +2, 18.
Okay.
Okay. As you scan across what you now sail over, which is largely ocean, you can see the island of Grotul in the background, and you might guess the rough area that the individual would have plummeted in. Make an investigation check.
Okay.
Morgan, you're killing me here.
It's cool. It's cool.
She got it. She got it.
good.
She's all good.
It's all
She's
good.
good.
Jeez, dude.
I will take the 18.
Okay.
Right.
As soon as you wrote
Just
it.
write one then.
Yeah.
With the 18,
Kill him.
as you scan across the waves, you see a irregularity in the crests that break over top of the ocean surface, and you surmise that the wizard's body may have impacted there.
Okay, dive down in.
Okay,
Like a bird.
you tuck your
Yeah,
spectral
like
wings in,
hard dive.
and you dive straight in, looking more like a torpedo than
Yeah.
ever before. You break the surface of the water, and peering down with your previous perception check, just by the waning light of the sun outside of the ocean, you see a humanoid form sinking deeper and deeper as the ocean depths begin to claim its silhouette.
I swim to him, grab
Okay.
him, and swim back up.
Make an athletics check for me.
Oh my god.
Hey, I'm at least going to get you to burn all these chat dice.
All the chat dice. Okay.
Yeah, because you can't.
That's good.
You can't fail this right now.
That's a 15.
Okay. With your 15, you are able
Save the
to
dice.
wrench this very frail old man body as you begin
I thought
to
it was
pull.
a kid.
No.
You told me it's the guy that's
it's a
like,
student.
I mean, it's a student,
Oh.
but it does not make him a child.
This is even weirder because this is the guy that painted my nails black.
Yeah. He was one of those like cool old dudes that has like a really youthful spirit.
Oh,
But
no, it's so weird.
as you begin to pull him out from the depths, you feel the ocean's tension begin to pull back against you, and you feel a pop as you turn around and you see that you've dislocated his arm, but you do break the surface of the water. He is completely unconscious. By all accounts, he seems to be a bit further than unconscious, but you lift him up and you're able to carry him back to the Copper Griffin as it circles overhead.
Okay.
Yeah, once he's back, I'll put his back. Put his back on our course.
Throw the gate on the floor again.
Oh my god, I did not know. That sound effects.
Unceremoniously dump this old man on the deck and say, "Okay, boomer."
When they say boomer, and you'll see green energy start flowing around Drozad as he begins to cast Speak with Dead.
Okay. You're casting it on this individual.
Yeah, I'll cast it on the wizard now.
Okay.
You want to just get squawks from the
Wizard, but not speaking out of turn.
what?
Wizard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
The squawks would have been
sorcerer or
really
something,
fun.
yeah, but-
That's a shame.
I know, I hadn't considered retrieving the wizard. Did not think that was a feat we could accomplish.
I am like a sky fisher bird.
You are-
Like
You were like one of those birds that can fly for like 40 days at a time,
Yeah.
you know?
no, not that long. But I can't dive into the water.
He
like-
rescued all of you guys from Apollo deep down and Maryland.
Yeah, that's like 40 turns.
and now this wizard.
As you
that's a
cast
long
Speak
time
with
ago.
Dead on this individual, you see your green energy pour in through his open mouth agape. His eyes rolled back. You see the whites of them traded for the pale colored eyes that betray an undead form as it takes in a very exasperated breath.
Oh my god, Great Pyraxis, this is so weird. I wonder. Okay, I have to be careful. We only have 5 questions, okay?
Oh my god, this is the D&D movie played out in real life.
I mean,
Let us make sure we are okay. Okay,
we
one.
might have wanted to decide on the questions before, but
No, it was okay. Drozad already has them in his head.
okay.
Who is your master?
Ashen.
Okay, that is not a great and wonderful.
Not a great start.
Why were you following us?
To eliminate.
That that seems pretty obvious.
Yep.
Okay. Mm-hmm. Okay, what? Nope. Oh, that is the same question now. Oh goodness. Yes, that is a good one. Okay. Is anyone else following us by chance? And Drozad cautiously looks to his peers.
I do not know.
You're gonna have to save one of these questions for me.
I
No,
think
go
he
ahead
might
and
be
ask.
out,
That
yeah.
is wonderful, Odd. Go ahead.
Oh, I just want the last one.
No, go ahead.
We got a
ask your
throwaway.
question. We have 2 left.
We have 2 throwaways apparently.
My other ones were worded for the other guy, so I can't ask them. Speak with Dead just makes me hold my hands like this for some reason. By the way, I don't know why.
yeah.
It's like a telephone.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is the body and this is
Hello?
the earpiece.
Hello?
Yeah.
Like an open book.
I'll address the corpse and I'll say, "What was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to you?"
Oh my god.
That is the
I have a real question for the last one.
I said throwaway question.
This is like, okay, this is all over like him having a plan the last time.
Well,
This is,
y'all
Wait,
gave
but I
me
really
the
want to
floor.
know. I really want to know the
so
answer.
he has to answer now. He asked the question to the corpse.
Painted some of the nails. No.
I brought back my undead grandmother and she bit off my pinky finger.
Wow, you are
Oh,
a loser of a
God.
necromancer. That is crazy.
I will,
So,
I
can
will
I-
call you Pinky.
Should
No, quick, ask the last question before.
gosh, I Valve would remember the necromancer professor's name.
Malachi.
That.
Nailed it.
Nice.
Oh, not even
Nice.
no.
Morgan taking notes.
Is Malachi involved in this? I am still flying the boat.
He is my teacher,
That didn't answer.
but not a student of the Ashen.
Sick.
Okay, that is wonderful. Goodbye. You have a great one. Throw him back overboard.
We should check. We should check him for goods and then
Yeah, you check.
get rid of him.
Oh,
And maybe we
good
could check him for
pickpocket
ticks,
kill.
Can you
too.
wait? Can you keep on casting this?
Not after. No, we need to rest.
I'm like
I am
writing down.
tired.
I'm writing down the Ballad of Pinky right now.
You can cast it on the same person again.
I don't
Oh
know.
no. Mm-mm.
I don't think
No,
so.
you can only. So that would be, in my opinion, a dishonor and disrespect to the gods.
What?
So it is already weird with necromancy.
I mean, could I leave the helm of the ship
I
to
mean-
like search this guy's body?
He's a necromancer, so I don't think he'd care.
Yeah, I'll say that you're
I
able
take
to
the
like
wheel.
pull a couple of levers. and-
Yeah.
I take the wheel. You're like, don't move.
It's not exactly autopilot.
Yeah,
but
I've also been skywriting every now and again of like the direction we need to head to. So it's like just follow that cloud.
So okay, I'm just throwing this.
So yeah, I
out
want to
there.
search his body.
We could
Okay.
keep his body.
Make an investigation
for
check.
10 days, and then I can ask him 5 more questions.
There you go. This guy's our new pet.
16.
With a 16, you look over his body. You find a few spell components, as best you can surmise. You do find a book. The pages are very wet and damp, but you do find his book that he was casting from.
Spell book.
Oh,
Nice. You're
Aside from
welcome.
that, he's mostly robes. You find a few pieces of gold.
How many pieces of gold?
Not even a
A few,
skull.
3.
3.
That guy calls himself a necromancer. Doesn't even have a skull.
this is unacceptable. Throw him back over.
So, yeah, kick his ass off.
Get him outta
I'm,
here.
I'm driving the ship. All
I
right.
did not even have respect for the
Don't make
necromancers,
me
come
pull
on.
this thing over. All right,
skull.
Jason.
That would be like a dragonborn not having a mace. Like, what would that be? What?
A whip.
No, I like whipped it out. My
That's
bad.
the sound you made.
You've got a flail. You've got a flail. We've got to be like, Drasan, this is actually a flail. It's not a mace. I would have thought the blacksmith would know.
Yeah.
You of all people should know.
No, I don't know what you were discussing.
I won't tell anybody.
Thank you, I appreciate it. Even though we are around everyone.
snacky. Are we getting Whataburger after this?
Sure. This stream brought to you by Whataburger.
Oh, I wish.
Jeez.
Sponsored.
So
I'll take the helm back over
we
and
got a
if you want to, I'll begin to show you how to like
No.
properly
Roll
fly
it.
the ship.
thanks, Graham. Thank you.
Woo! Yeah.
See what we get this
That's gonna
time.
be that lucky D20, that natural D. That I just had a
A
stroke.
natural D.
Yeah.
That's Sunny D.
Got him.
Coming down.
Yeah, it goes.
We're all waiting
And
patiently.
A 10,
Oh,
which is the lowest it can get, but that's pretty much an auto success.
It's better than everything I've rolled so far. I have a +8 to most of the rolls I've been doing. so I got like an 8. I got a 17 and a 16 so far on my rolls.
So, is Valoth taking a look inside of the book that he's pulled
Oh,
off
yeah,
this
yeah.
individual? Okay.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Although it is quite damp, you can read the binding on the front, which is a dark leather. Its brief exposure to water has at least not soiled that, and it reads in common, "A dark path shadow thesis." As you pry open the book, some of the pages stick together, and it is a bit hard to separate them, but you are, well, they're all wet. It's from the water, Brad.
Sure, the water.
There's an old man with a sticky book. Really, we're going there?
You are the one that took it there.
Oh, God damn it. This poor old man who's been affectionately named Pinky, carries a book called The Dark Path.
This suggests an older, bigot head necromancer named the Brain. Oh, God.
Inside of this book, Valoth, you find 2 spells in particular that are not completely diminished. And finally, your search for higher level spells is satiated as you find the spells Circle of Death and Mislead.
What is that?
Circle of Death and what?
Mislead.
I've never heard of that.
What did we get on our roll?
Yeah, what we get?
An 8!
Yeah!
Oh, man.
8 of 8. Thank you.
Very
Grim Reaper.
nice. Thanks,
I use
Justinian.
With my left hand, so y'all can't. read that.
That's better than my regular hand, so.
Yeah, so probably higher level than what you're
We're about to find
able
out.
to work with so far, but you are at least your curiosity is piqued, your excitement is expanded as you find spells you're not actually familiar
This
with.
guy could have cast Circle of Death.
Circle
on
of Death
us?
is a
Or at least it's in the
6th
book.
level spell.
Holy crap.
6, holy shit!
Yeah. And Mislead is 5th.
Yeah, it was going to be a while.
You hear Valoth say,
Gonna be no multi-classing for you, buddy.
and with that, as we focus on Valoth, it seems like an appropriate segue for me to ask, what is your heading exactly? I can pull up a map so we can share with.
That, if I remember correctly, in the last session, I asked Flora if she could navigate, and then she pointed in a direction, and I just skywrote
Oh, yeah.
so that
Got
I
it.
could follow
Yeah,
that
yeah.
heading.
So, for everyone at home, the Vidnikin Plateau is located on the island of Grotul, which is near the bottom left center-ish. Flora, you guys are headed towards Zealous, and I think, based on what you and I talked about, you guys are headed towards Oak Ridge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Is that 2 days travel?
It would be 2 days travel. It was 2 days from Nyvera to Grotul, so it stands to reason that Oak
Oh,
Ridge
yeah.
would be a similar
Very nice.
distance.
That's what we're using as a measure.
Got
And then now it looks like we would either go to Twin Deer or Red Bastion after that.
Okay.
We'd probably be able to go past Twin Deer. We'd probably be able to get to Bell.
We can only fly
We'll
for 2
figure it out
days,
after
though.
we
Yeah,
get
we
to
have to
the
land
station.
after
Yeah.
the 2 days.
Yeah.
What can this puppy do?
What, the ship? Oh yeah, you're still at the helm.
Yeah.
Well, what do you try to
I
do
don't
with it?
Do we have NOS?
What you have
We
you have a
got
series you have
Also
a
there-
series of levers. We'll say 4 levers, 1, 2, 3, 4 on either side of the steering wheel. 2 pedals at your feet.
Pedals.
Yeah, like push pedals, like gas pedals.
Are they gas pedals?
Maybe
You could also ask
and then,
Valoth, because Valoth.
and then you
No,
have
of course
a
not.
giant steering
Absolutely
apparatus in
not.
front of
Tim's
you.
like, I will tell you.
Let me know what you do, and then I will tell you what happens.
You said it's 4 pedals.
4 levers,
2 pedals,
levels.
4 levers.
Yeah.
Wrong
Alright.
lever.
Yeah.
Do I see him looking and pondering over this by chance?
So it's not a
because I'm in the
wheel.
book. I'm not. Yeah, I'm not seeing
It's
that.
not a
At
wheel.
the center there is a wheel. Yeah, there's a large steering apparatus
and
at
then
the
there's
middle.
some
But
levers.
there's some other
Ooh.
things.
I feel like he's about to just start.
That's what I am worried
Yeah,
about.
no. I'll step on a pedal.
Okay.
This is-
as you which
The
pedal?
right pedal.
As you step on the right pedal, the wing on the right side extends inward or
So
retracts
Does
into
the
the
pedal
ship.
reset?
And as you pull your foot back, the pedal springs back, and you guys
Yeah.
just feel the ship.
Yeah. I'm gonna first I'm gonna turn into it, all right, and then I'm gonna get some speed and then hit the pedal again and bank back up.
Okay, make a survival check for me.
Thank you for
my
the super chat,
lord.
Grim.
Thanks.
Yo,
And the kind
Grim.
words. We
Thank you so
appreciate it.
much. We love having you here,
Brett.
man.
He said we're his favorite.
Brett,
Oh,
you got to take one of those
you're our
rolls.
favorite chatter.
You want a +8?
We got a +8.
Take that +8.
Odd,
What did he
oh
just
my
roll?
God,
He
why
rolled a 4
are
on the
we-
dice. I don't know what his plus is to
Oh,
survival.
God.
We have an 18, a 10, and a
Look
plus
at
8.
It's a 2.
So you've got a 6 total right now. So you gotta do something about that, sir.
As you flounder a bit with the controls, the ship begins to corkscrew as it's almost fully vertical.
Valoth,
it's just spinning around the remaining
I'm
wing.
screaming. I'm screaming at Valoth to go take the wheel.
So it's a 12.
Okay, everyone.
I'm screaming at Valoth.
Everyone make either athletics or acrobatics checks.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
We cannot. You hear Drazad.
Wait,
Remember
wait.
OSHA, everyone.
Oh shit!
Athletics are what
3 points of contact.
This music is not
it was just
fitting with what's occurring right now.
Athletics or acrobatics. Thank God, because I have a 0 in strength, but I have some dex.
Oh my god, I didn't roll in that one.
Good thing you can. You hopefully you can still fly, because you're gonna have to go save some people.
We are going to die.
I got a 16. Thank God, because I'm out of portents.
I have a
13.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Hey, speak with the dead, a concentration
13,
No.
16,
spell. Is Bless still up?
is a 1
9.
for a 9.
No. 10. I'm taking the plus.
You don't have any extra
No,
addition.
I have a +1.
Okay.
Chat,
So
we're
you
gonna
rolled
need
a
some-
1, so
Chat, we're
10.
gonna need some more dice, please.
As the ship is careening, you guys actually feel yourselves being thrown off of it.
figure
You
it out.
clamor to grab the first thing that you can see. Those of you that chose to do athletics checks are able to hold onto the side of the railing for dear life,
Okay.
while the rest of you who chose to do acrobatics are able to jump forward and grab onto a rope that's basically tied off to one of the central mechanics at the center of the ship. Flora, you feel your grip slipping.
What's that D20 in the chat?
It is an 18.
Yeah.
Very nice, Grim.
Thank you.
Grim saving the day. Yeah,
You
combat
feel your
against
grip
the ship.
slipping as you are being basically flung off of the ship. If you've ever like spun a rope around really fast,
The Gravitron,
that's
man.
yeah, that's you.
The Gravitron at the fair.
Yeah.
I am screaming for Valoth.
Yeah,
and
no.
said,
As soon
"Valoth, take
as
the
I
wheel."
like jump and I catch myself, I'm going to starlight step to the helm
Okay.
and I'm gonna try to like move him out of the way and take over the.
Odd, are you
ship.
resisting or are you just?
I was hoping he was gonna be like, "No, I got it. I'm doing
We
it."
both have the same strength mod, so it would be a close roll.
Valoth, make,
Same strength.
Oh, yeah.
We both have a +0. I have an 11. I actually think I'm stronger technically.
Valoth, make a survival check to see if you can pull the ship out of its tailspin.
Laura, we are going to die.
I'm taking the 18. I rolled a nat 1.
I just thought of a really
That's a
apt
20. That's a 22 total.
You guys know the seeds that come from like an oak tree that's like
yeah.
it's
They
where
got one
it just like
blade.
flutters and it's just one
Yes.
blade. That's you guys right now as Valoth starlight steps to the helm, pushes Odd out of the way. Odd, you feel yourself weightless for a moment as you have nothing to grab onto. Valoth, you
And then
press
I'm
your
like,
foot
oh, I
against the
can
same
still
pedal.
fly.
The wing juts out. You spin the wheel left in the left direction, and you feel the ship begin to right itself. You pull up as fast as you can to make sure that you're not going to hit any land masses or water below. And Odd, you are, bam, slammed against the deck. Flora, you are still hanging by the rope as the ship rights itself. Make one more athletics check for me.
In turn, use a reaction to cast a spell.
Yeah, I'd be okay with that.
Okay, I'm gonna cast Entangle. How close am I to him?
Tangle us together.
At this point, you'd be about 30 feet
Yeah, the ship
from
was,
him.
I think the ship was 30.
Perfect. I'm casting Entangle, and it's just gonna cover the whole ship.
Oh,
And
The
lock
ship-
everybody down.
The ship
we're
grows
just-
vines. It transforms from a deep brown wooden mess
Yeah.
to a bright green one.
Yeah, it's like got your feet, so you're like, your boots are like stuck to the ground, but you can drive.
I do need my feet eventually.
Well,
As you
yes,
cast
but-
Entangle, we'll say that the vines
confident.
actually ensnare you as along with everyone else on the ship, and it begins to sort of like carry you, almost Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone
Oh,
style.
I said I was gonna only flavor spells from now on. I'm sorry. I didn't
Oh,
do
that's
that.
okay. No, I'm happy to do
Another
it.
D20.
Fired.
Whoa!
Oh,
Man,
Thanks, Chad.
Justinian, thank you. 15.
Oh, we got 2.
Yeah, thank you,
Okay,
tabletop.
Guys, I promise
Oh my
to do more
gosh.
stuff like that
Okay,
if
so
y'all
that-
keep
that
reading.
was 15.
That was tabletop.
Dice rolls only for fun
15.
shenanigans. Yeah.
Okay, 15.
And Justinian, another 15.
Yeah.
Thank you. These are great.
Thank y'all.
These are going to help out a lot.
Oh,
As you've
Yes.
seen,
yeah, exactly, Justinian.
we almost crashed the ship and
Really
completely
hard.
derailed everything. Who needs to roll the chaos in the chat whenever you can just put
Yeah.
Brett at
Oh
the
my
helm of the
God.
ship?
Yeah, just put Odd on board. It'll be fine.
I thought it was a gas pedal.
Points.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the intention.
That is that is a valid assumption. I do wish in the future you would just ask me though.
You hear from the other
You
side
are
of the ship.
busy.
You were
How is that a
busy.
valid assumption? What runs on gas around here?
What is gas?
We see millions of years ago, there were dinosaurs, and they still exist today.
No, Josiah does not have time to talk about
Welcome
these.
Yeah.
to Jurassic.
Welcome to the zoo.
I know you guys are in a flying machine. Let's get it back on the rails. As the four of you continue your travels towards the island of Oak Ridge, what is everyone doing with your 2 days of travel here?
I'm teaching someone other than Odd how to fly this ship.
Me. I want to learn how to
Teach
fly.
Laura how to fly
Because
this
my
ship.
survival is very high.
Okay. Make an investigation check to see how well you can understand Valoth's instructions.
He
Now,
should make a teaching check.
well, yeah, I was about to say, Valoth, go ahead and make a survival check to see how well you can demonstrate the different mechanisms of the ship.
That's an
to Florence.
8. Not very good.
Okay. Valoth is a bit off balance after his encounter with the ship nearly plummeting into the ocean. So
As one would
he
be.
kind of stumbles through some of the instructions, but you get the gist. You understand how the ship is propelled
Don't touch the
and how to
pedals.
activate the different engines. You
touch it.
understand that the wheel, as you turn it, controls the rudder, and so turning it just a little bit is usually all you need to do.
the rudder's the little.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, and see, you understand that as well. The functionality
Yeah.
of
rudder's
when
the
you
button.
should and should not deploy the wings is lost on you because Valoth kind of skips over the topic. He does not want anyone rescinding the wings mid-flight.
Don't touch the pedals.
Don't touch those.
Don't touch
Don't
those.
touch those.
But you gain a pretty good understanding of how to fly the ship when it is already in flight.
Hell yeah.
What are you and Drazad doing?
Ooh, what are we doing?
I don't know. So part of me was debating sitting down and praying and just trying to like talk to Pyraxis, but also like we have 2 days. I'm gonna change up my spells, get prepared for what may to come.
Might I borrow some gold
Sure.
to copy this scroll into my spell book?
Wait, for what?
the mini meteor spell that I have.
Okay. Why do you need gold for
Not the
that?
Circle of Death one.
Not the Circle of Death one.
Why do you
point
need
that
gold for that? What are you going to do with it?
What does
It's-
happen to the gold?
It's consumed as part of copying.
You're going to eat the gold?
No, the spell book imbues the magic, the inherent magics that are in gold. It's actually a very potent magical material. You might
like
know this.
obsidian. It is very
Yes.
conductive and conducive to the magic.
To the arcane.
Mhm.
Sure. How much you need?
I need exactly 48.
Got you.
And then I will be at $0.
So rich, so rich.
Just gonna remove what I have. And I will also be doing that. I'll be copying that spell into my spell book, Alex.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I am not poor. Compared to Odd, I am, but not. I'm not left with $0 after that.
Nice. Indrazad, was there anything that you wanted to do during your 2 days of travel?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head, no.
Okay. Well, as the ship carries on, you all find it a pretty cozy journey, especially after Odd has generously refurnished the ship with... You good? Odd has
Both of my hands.
refurnished the ship with very luxurious sleeping arrangements. All of you find rest over the next couple of days quite easily. And near the end of the second day of travel, after flying over what feels like a boundless blue sea, you eventually see a small island on the horizon. The island is comprised of what appears to be a large settlement on the east with large, resilient stone walls. And then on the western side, a sprawling, craggy, mountainous region. Valoth, since I assume you are piloting the ship, where are you intending to land as you're now nearing the end of your second day and you can feel the ship whining?
Oh, long rest. Yeah, can we see... You said that there's a like a town on this island?
Yes.
And some mountains and stuff. Can I... Is there an area, I would say, about an hour's walk outside of town? Somewhere-ish that I can feasibly set this thing down, if not further, if I need to be.
We're coming up on
Make
Old Bridge.
either a perception or a history check. I'll let you pick.
Ooh, okay.
Can you change cantrips, like spells on
I
a
think
list?
that
No, cantrips are locked
only-
When
for clerics.
Oh,
Thanks, our old resident cleric.
yeah.
Yeah,
It's just your
double
spells.
check
You
it,
sure you
but
don't
I
have a Tasha's thing that lets you swap them when you level?
I'll look it up.
I'm gonna do history, and it's gonna be a 15.
Okay. With your history check, from your brief time in Nivira and the understanding of how the council works, you understand that the individual that led you from under Marilyn Millstack's basement is actually the representative from Oak Ridge.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's reasonable that they might know about the ship, or at least be looking out for it. And so as you scan for an area to land, you do find a clearing, and at that you find one that is shielded by the mountain range so that the larger part of town cannot see you.
I would also ritual cast Skywrite to reasonably put probably in Primordial, because I would assume that's like the least known language of people.
Okay.
Some kind of letter that looks like a random cloud, because it's Primordial if someone doesn't know,
Okay.
to help cover our descent behind wherever we're
Okay.
coming down as well.
I will have you roll a stealth check then. This is not normally something you get to do when flying a ship, but your cloud will allow it.
Oh, that's a 19.
Okay. As you pilot the ship behind your cloud, cleverly maneuvering it so that you are blocking your approach towards Oak Ridge, you eventually find the clearing that you were aiming for and set the ship down gently this time on top of the soil. Looking around you, you see a much more impressive expanse than what you could see from above. The mountains seem to just ascend out of nowhere. They are extremely rocky. They are very tall. And they appear to just end as soon as it hits the city of Oak Ridge, which, as you were aiming for, is about an hour's walk from here. Make a perception check for me as well.
Yay! 19 again.
Nice. With your perception, I will say that you can also see the city's main source of fresh water flows from the mountain range, a large cascading river that seems to emanate from somewhere deep within the range, flows directly into town and through underneath the large
stone barricades that surround it.
So we can follow the river to get to town?
Yep.
Sweet. Sweet, sweet, sweet. I will convey all of this information to everyone, and I would also request that Flora make note of where we've landed.
I will
that's
make a map.
Yeah, that is a very good idea.
Make yourself a map.
I will.
She's the map. She's the map.
She's the map. She's the map. I'm the map. I'm the map. I'm the map.
So what are the four of you doing now?
So we landed in Oak Ridge.
You landed about an hour outside of Oak Ridge.
Is it one day that the ship needs to
That's
like
what
kind of
I was gonna
recharge?
Yeah.
Based on the conversation you had with Marilyn, the metal that sort of is exposed to all this magical energy just needs time to cool. And I would say specifically Drazad would understand that metal cools from working temperature quite fast. I mean, realistically, you'd only need like an overnight stay.
What powers the ship?
Well, you have to understand that there's a
mithril, I think?
mithril,
Yeah.
but it's a very complicated arcanic situation.
Yes, I had it explained to me by Copperfizz, Maryland, and some of the wizards that were working to repair it, and I don't quite understand.
And I was listening and am pretty close to what Copperfizz is. And
Thanks,
I know what the
Angel.
levers do,
Completely.
and that's about the extent of my
Okay.
knowledge.
And now we know to not touch the petals.
Angel, thank you very much for your $20 super chat. That's really generous of you. Thank you so much. We're
Thank
enjoying
you,
it too.
Angel.
I was
We
wondering
love
what
that
that
you're here.
Giant block of text was,
That
the
would've been
color,
nice.
like
Yeah.
I knew it was something good.
Yeah, she messaged
I'm gonna-
me the other day.
Add your
Your parents.
parents
Parents.
if you're in the system.
Get them parents.
It takes a moment for it to populate, so you might not be in there yet, but as soon as you show up, you will have some points.
We should start changing the command to be parents.
It's just
Parents.
it's just us on the boat, right? We don't have any NPCs.
We have the
Yeah.
two dead bodies.
Well, we got the bodies.
well, Pinky and
the brain.
Pinky and the bird.
The bird. Yeah.
yeah.
Pinky and the bird. So,
I'm gonna weekend at Bernie's Pinky.
hell yeah.
Oh
so
god.
it looks like he's driving the ship.
Okay.
I want to make sure to take the keys out or whatever the equivalent is while he's messing with the helm.
Are
I'm gonna like
we,
tie his hands to the boat.
Yes.
are we looking over here?
Yeah, Valoth, there is no key necessarily. There is an ignition switch, but if you'd like to, you might be able to fashion some sort of cover for it.
Yeah, I'll just keep that.
okay,
keep
wait.
that.
I can take an hour, I think it is, and fashion in something out of metal
Okay.
to like cap it. If
Gotcha.
you really need me to.
Can you fashion it with a lock too, so that there is a lock to open it, so it essentially has an ignition
Sure.
key?
Yeah, I would allow that.
Yeah,
Nice.
another metal object that can be more than 100 gold pieces.
Very nice.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so you guys take some time, and Drazad, you actually go below deck and channel some of the heat energy off of the mithril onto a piece of a blank, basically.
Yeah.
And you're, by the power of Pyraxis, you are able to craft a hinged cap that sits over the
Switch.
ignition switch with a lock on the end that is a combination of letters or numbers or a code name, whatever you'd like it to
Yeah,
be.
I'm only so it's a code, and I'm only giving it to Vala.
What about me?
The code.
What about me?
Oh, you do not know. Don't worry about it. You'll notice the code later.
What if there's an emergency?
Then
We would
between the
rather
three
let
of
the
us,
ship
we
just
will-
fly on its own.
We will handle it.
Grim, thanks for the 7.
Yeah.
Drazad will think of the code and let you all know.
Okay. You'll message it to us.
I have messages out
I'll
too.
just blow off 2 messages.
Flora's the odd one out.
I can
Hey!
can message
Don't be
you and you
mean
can
to
just
the
respond
only
to me because my
girl.
messages are
Wait,
free.
I already know. Wait, I already know what name it is, but I can't remember her name. What was that demon tabaxi woman's name?
Oh, Luciana.
Luciana. That's the code. Lucy.
Lucy.
All right.
4 letters. Keep it easy.
So with the ignition switch successfully locked down, it's been a little bit of time, and the sun is beginning to set behind the tall mountains to the west of you. But there's still time to walk into town if you'd like.
So
Sure.
If you'd like.
Here's another question. Do we know literally anything about this town or the people in it?
I do know that when we get there, we should probably not tell them we came from the forest because we are on an island. But otherwise, no clue. Except that it might be led by the guy. You said he knows of it?
Ooh, are we
he
gonna
is-
elect another politician?
Yeah, he is. He is
Not
the
this guy. We want to
representative.
avoid this guy.
He is the representative of Oak Ridge, but you do know that those representatives are stationed in Nibiru.
The
What?
He came
the
from
guard
there.
man is a representative of this town
The guard.
The guard man.
that found us in Maryland's basement.
oh,
on
the
the
one
council
that,
in
the-
Nigeria.
that brought us up there?
Yes.
Oh,
Oh, he's
Right, that
here.
is the right
There's no
guy.
That is correct.
There's no way he's here.
nice person.
No, but he could have sent word about the flying ship and things of that nature, so we may not want to make
Oh.
too much of a fuss. I'd hate to have to avoid every town in.
I'm gonna make a fuss.
So do we know?
Oh God.
So does anybody know anything about this town and its inhabitants by chance?
No.
I mean, based off my
Can
history
we-
check I made
Can
earlier,
we know anything?
Alex.
Can you know?
Can we roll
anything what?
history checks? All
Yeah.
of us.
Well, yeah, I also rolled one earlier. All I got was the guy. That's all I would know.
Yeah, that's what you would know
Nobody
from
would
that.
know anything about
Okay.
the town.
But if you
Okay.
guys would like to see how much you've heard,
Stay on
11.
the stay on the boat, man.
you know
know
either as
nothing.
much or less.
18.
Okay.
I don't even know the name of the island.
What'd you roll?
2.
2.
There's a town
Do
here.
they forge here?
Drazad, you have heard of this town simply by the nature of its history around the turn of this new era that you all live in. About 164 years ago, close to when the Scar was formed, the island of Oak Ridge was one of a few locations that were completely decimated and destroyed by Zealous as they piloted the floating isle of Vidnica across the Grixton Republic. Specifically, Oak Ridge has a reputation for being very militant in the years since, and take great pride in the fact that they were able to stave off the Zealous invasion for so long. So that's what you know.
I would imagine the people here are probably fairly protective of this place. So Drazat is down for anything, but also maybe we should be careful and play our options a little more smoothly. Also, last time we went into a town, we got enthralled in some chaos for.
So we're not gonna do that
I-
this time.
It is also almost nighttime. I would be okay with staying on the ship and taking off at first light.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah, Drazat would vote that.
Yeah. And also maybe we don't say anything about the letter at this place
I would.
In Zealous or in this town?
so,
in this town.
in fact,
I don't think we're going to the town
we did not
Right.
ask the wizard if he knew.
of the letter
Oh
well,
my
he's
God.
part of
or
the
the
Ashen.
language.
Do it again. Do it again on
I
our
know,
next
we have
ride.
to wait. We have to wait 10 days.
No, we don't.
Yeah,
No.
yeah.
He needs the spell for a rest, but he needs 10 days
No,
before he
he-
can cast it again on that
The
person.
spell fails if the corpse was the target of the spell within the last.
It's
read
been 2 so far.
in my brain.
So we've
I
got-
read that
Is this guy
as
starting to stink
he
yet?
had to have been killed within 10 days.
Yeah.
And I was like, it hasn't
Is
been
this
10
guy
days.
starting
We've
to
got
stink?
8 more days, essentially.
Maybe. Probably. I don't have told
7
the
after
beds.
this.
Gentle repose.
Nope.
Oh yeah, he's stinking.
He's stinking. Within 10 days, probably.
We still got the bird on the ship.
Can I
too?
do like a medicine check and see if I can try to preserve his body?
So, in fact,
Sure,
it
just
says
make
he
a medicine
can't be
check.
undead, and he has to still have a mouth.
So, yeah, so don't mess up his mouth while you're dressing him up.
Yeah.
Maybe we just keep the head.
I don't think I preserved
I
What did you
don't
roll?
think It works like
a
that.
7.
Okay. With your 7, you try to find some plants and foliage that you have associated in the past with the preservation of meats.
Yeah, I know
For long-term
specifically what
use?
I'm going to do. You know
Turn
those
them into
big
sausage.
banana leaves that you can take and you can put meat and cook it underground? I'm going to wrap them up like a little, hold on.
Like a baked potato?
No, what are the Mexican, not empanadas,
Oh, tamales.
a tamale. I'm
Yeah.
going
There
to
you
wrap
go.
them up like a human tamale.
In leaves that
In
we found in the
leaves
jungle?
that I found in the jungle and just kind of like pack them in there with some mud He's
Are we
preserved.
really keeping this guy?
He's preserved just in case.
That is, I'm so surprised. You know the
And
art of
after-
mummification?
And after you ask him the question, we could cook him.
Okay, Drazad has already.
We have also been through this.
We're
None of us are
covered.
human, so this wouldn't technically be cannibalism.
Drazad is going to say the same thing. That does not mean we go around just eating random people. Okay, even if he is a necromancer. Caliente.
He's now a tamale mancer.
Tamale. Well,
Flora and I just start bopping to the top.
Pop, pop, pop.
Yeah. Any of you that would like to make a perception check on this individual might be able to glean that.
that 20.
Yeah,
He is not preserved.
he is not gonna keep. He's already pretty rotten. It's set in.
I'm really
It's been
confident
2
in my
days.
I'm in the
skills,
corner. I'm
though.
like,
No.
I don't
It's
know.
fine, Odd.
No, I
It's
do
fine.
think no,
Look,
the mud
hey,
would
Flora,
preserve
Flora.
it.
I'm
Like a
gonna
fossil.
tell you.
I got
You see all
nothing.
those
I'm looking at my
flies?
spells. I'm like,
See all those flies?
They
No.
add to the essence of mummification.
Right, the flies are from the mud. They are laying their eggs in the mud. You know.
Drazad, would you not be better at medicine to
Look, Drazad is going to be completely honest. There's no saving that body. None. It does not. I don't
Well,
think.
get rid of it.
I don't think
Over.
He is
Yeah,
already.
do we need to ask him? I think we know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Well, he might know what it says. Is more the.
I don't
no,
think he's going to be
no,
able
there's
to
no
read
chance
it.
He knows. He was part of the Ashen, but I don't think he knows.
And he
Fair
won't be
enough.
able to know
Definitely not
anything
part of the
new.
Ashen anymore.
Actually, this is a funny.
We.
God,
Who's
Pyraxis.
that?
Donner party.
Oh no, that could be our name, the Donner Party.
Oh, it cannot.
It's in the running. I mean,
No, for so many reasons, it cannot.
Yeah.
It cannot.
All right, we'll put that as a poll in the chat. Thank you.
do not leave that up to chat.
No,
they'll pick it.
Sorry,
They'll
guys.
pick it.
You don't get to decide that one.
Me too. I love you guys, but no.
But it's spelled like donor because Brett keeps giving money out to people.
Yeah, giving money. That's what he's doing.
Is the bird still on deck?
Oh yeah.
We
Yeah,
clean-
but I
oh,
don't-
no,
He looks even
We could
worse.
eat that one.
cleaning the bird.
I feel-
off.
yeah.
like
You
like scraping it off the windshield.
you find
undead,
some
though.
sort of an instrument, a shovel, maybe your shield, and you start scooping up bird guts and like throwing it over the side.
Valvewood
It's
mage
quite
hand.
rancid,
Yeah.
and although you're not able to get the deck perfectly clean, there is a very large blood stain that is set into the deck over the last couple of days. The stench is mostly gone.
Okay. Nobody knows prestidigitation.
No, I double
might.
No, I
check.
don't.
You know what would you know? We could pull a prank though while we are here. We could
can
go
mend
bring the
it.
body to the town, just drop it then somewhere and get.
We could drop it in the river.
We could-
Let it flow down.
What is that called? Oh,
We could poison their water supply.
Admin Secret, thanks for the 16.
Yeah.
Thank you, Seb.
and then we will be the mayor.
Well, while we're doing this, I did want to check with you all something. I did while we were learning spells and everything out of character. This is when I leveled up. I didn't actually get this from a spell book, but we'll flavor it this way. I came across a spell that you would definitely not be able to make use of, but Odd or Flora might. I know, Odd, you like to pretend to be a dragonborn every now and again.
Why did you
Yeah.
feel the need to point out that I cannot cast that spell?
I'll touch Odd and I'll cast
Ooh,
what is it?
felt the shit.
Dragon's breath on him, and you can now shoot lightning in a cone as an action for 10 minutes. As long as I'm concentrating.
Wait.
Wait, are you telling me you are copying my dragon breath?
Yeah,
too?
I was about to say, are you a lightning?
How long does it last? No, it's
okay,
just concentration.
first,
I don't think
you
I think it's
poke
as long
fun
as I'm
at me because I
concentrating.
cannot cast this spell.
Oh, 1 minute.
And then you give him my
minute.
breath.
I'll put my goggles on.
I can cast it on you as well, and you can
I
breathe
do not-
fire, acid, cold.
Maybe give him something else other than lightning next
too
time.
late. He cast a spell. I put my goggles on, and then I turn into a copy of Drazad. Like, look, I'm Drazad. Wow.
Make a performance check.
Oh no.
Look at all these numbers.
I'll porting it to a 10 if you want.
Yeah.
Fuck yourself, you're
I did not mean to scare you.
22.
We're about to go to sleep. I'm just like using spells and having fun, man.
Drazad, at first you're kind of offended, like, hey, and then you see your likeness. And you're like,
Oh, you're like, whoa.
oh, I've never got to see myself do that before. I look awesome.
You know, Drazad is pretty phenomenal now that I think about it.
Jazad, does this not hurt you when you do it? Like, are you...
Oh, no,
lightning
not at
hurt
all.
you?
It almost feels like a really good burp, you know?
Does lightning hurt you?
Brett's throwing up blood.
A little bit.
Can I hit you with lightning? I think that's what Odd's asking.
Can you? No, no, please.
Yeah,
You can do whatever you would like
Before you
to.
answer, I'd light you up.
It's a deck save and it's 3d6 damage.
We must also always be ready to interpret our very risk-averse bard before agreeing to anything.
11.
That fails.
Your shit.
Yeah, that fails.
Exactly.
All right,
So-
roll me 3d6.
6.
I knew I was going to sneak some combat in here.
Full exorcist style. As soon as he, I go,
10.
that was rude.
And then I'm gonna drop concentration on the
Yeah, Babylon sees this going out of control.
Like a deck
But you,
save.
yeah, you get.
Oh, I did not.
My God.
Okay, you take 2d6. How's yours 3?
And mine's a cone. It's not a line like yours.
Drazat has never been so offended. Woo!
I'm not even gonna heal you guys. This is
We
on
are
y'all.
we're about to go to sleep. Would you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Would you? I mean, I can also cast it on you in the future as well. I just figured since you can do it naturally, it would not be as much use.
No, that
to
is
you.
okay. No, Drazat is okay
Ooh,
with
does
that.
it like double lightning bolt if you give it to him?
Yeah. Does it? Would it enhance his? I know you only get to use yours once per turn. This is
You
indefinite
choose
for a
which
minute.
one you use.
gotcha,
You do not use both.
We do not.
Good try, Sam.
This is a good try, and it's a good question.
Does it stack?
Rule of cool almost lets
Yeah.
that slide. Almost.
I'm gonna spend the rest
Oh,
of the
cool.
night like mirroring Drazad, like wear a mirror, like just practicing
You
everything.
should
Drazat's
like
just gonna consistently get annoyed
disguise
and try
yourself
to-
as him and then cast mirror image. So there's just
Ooh.
a bunch of dressage.
Nice, I do that. Mirror image. Now there's 4 of us.
I'm gonna.
I cast Spirit Guardians.
What to kill the?
Or you, wait, you would have to target Odd as an unfriendly, and then
What are you guys doing?
Just
I'm absolutely
chaos.
kidding.
Okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, then we can go to sleep now.
Yes, fun time.
As the kids wind down
Yeah.
and they're all tuckered out from
All
playing,
the spells are spent. Like,
They're just flashing. in
You
the
all-
horizon.
get below deck and prepare yourselves for a
Are
long
we-
rest.
Like docked and floating, or are we on the ground?
You're on the ground.
Landed. Yeah.
are we taking watch or?
I was gonna offer if we were on the
Okay.
ground, I'll stay up and do the first watch.
But I could do the
Because
second.
I
'cause
didn't spend all my spell slots.
I literally cast one spell.
Yeah,
and
I-
all that nonsense
Oh,
happened.
I was messing with them. Yeah.
I did not spend the spell slot.
I did for sure.
I just took damage.
So who's watching?
I'm taking
and then
first.
second.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, then, as everyone bundles up below deck, you find it quite easy to slip off into sleep now that there's not a very large, loud hum of machinery nearby. And you find some solace in the fact that you are landlocked once again and have no fear of falling from the sky in your sleep. Flora, as you make your first watch, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
21. Also, this is off topic, but
Mhm.
your shirt says Danner.
And not Donner.
Not
Nice.
Donner.
We
I read it a
we
sec-
have to be
No,
the.
no,
I
we
read
don't
it a
have
second
to.
ago, and I was like, what the fuck?
No, some variation. It doesn't have to be the
21.
donor party.
Yeah,
It could be
Okay.
the donor party.
to be like soiling obsidian. It's made of people.
As you look out upon your surroundings and try to spy any intrusion from nearby, you find the night quite quiet. You can hear distant sounds of the city and see a glow from around one of the mountains that shield you from its view. But mostly your eyes fall upon the mountain range itself. The peaks obscured by wisps of mist, standing atop of very unforgiving slopes and revealing the same harsh terrain that surrounds you. The small river, its crystalline waters carving out a deep gorge below the peaks, weaving through the rugged landscape and forming an unseen source, from an unseen source to the west. The distant sound of rushing water echoes and reminds you of home. It also serves as a reminder of the lifeblood that sustains both the city and the untamed wilderness that stretches beyond. All this feels quite peaceful. Aside from, with your 21 perception, a distant, deep, warbling hum. As your watch grows longer, it grows a bit louder and more easily perceived.
Is it coming from like the city area or?
With your perception check, you can tell definitely that this is coming from the mountain region.
Is that the city or no?
No, the city is in the opposite direction.
Are we south of the city?
You are south of the city and the mountain range itself, but looking out from the front of the ship, the city is to your right, the mountain range to your left.
Got it. So we're between the mountains and the city.
We're like,
More or less.
like
Okay.
on a beach, basically.
Yeah. Okay. That's concerning. Is this
What?
towards the end of my watch?
Yeah, I mean, if you would like to, you can investigate or you could stay put and just kind of keep your eyes open.
I might wild shape into.
Consult the deck.
Yeah,
The deck of
must-
many wild shapes.
I must consult with the gods.
I can't fly yet, can I?
No, you cannot.
I can swim.
You would be able to swim at level 5.
I need to look at this map. So, if I'm looking at the map, there's the city and the mountains. How close to the water am I?
So if we're going to reference the map exactly, you see the mountain that sits basically right in front of the city.
Yeah.
You're just to the left of that.
Okay.
Oh, so that little like.
Yep, that
Yeah.
little jut in.
Okay, so I'm gonna just wild shape into, I think, a panther.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Just gonna go check it out.
Can you
All right.
become a mountain goat?
I can become a black bear.
A billy goat grub?
Yeah, I think I'm gonna do a panther.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You shift your shape into a panther, and like the wildcat that it is, you press your paws against the same deck below you without so much as a creak. You
Before I do that, I want to leave a note for Valoth. In case
Okay.
he gets up, he knows where I'm at.
It's
Yeah.
a
What,
cat, it's a
what
cat
does-
paw
Well,
print.
no, before I walled, yeah, before I walled shaped.
yeah, comprehend
Yeah.
languages.
Yeah.
Hey, Valor. This is Flora. I'm heading out.
She gets back before I finish reading it.
What is the what does the note say specifically?
Heard a strange. You said electrical or mechanical.
It's a low warbling hum.
Okay, I'll just put heard a strange sound, kind of mechanical, warbling hum. Go and check it out. And then I have drawn it very got really pretty florally script.
Okay.
And then at the bottom in this tiny little handwriting it says P.S. I'm a panther. That's the whole letter.
Okay.
And I just fold it and put
Everyone's got different names.
Okay.
Odd's not his name. Flora's not her name. Her name is Panther or something.
Imagine middle school girls when they wrote a letter to you when they had a crush on you with their eyes are
Yeah,
dotted
or
with
hearts
hearts
and
and,
all that.
everything's loopy.
Yep. Definitely don't have to imagine that.
Oh my god. Okay.
Ooh.
Don't make
Just-
this dark,
it's a
man.
joke. It's
I
a
know.
joke.
But that is what Flora's handwriting looks like. And at the very bottom it says P.S. I'm a panther. And
P.S.
Dun, dun, dun.
and I just like
shape.
then I sign it with
The paw
my
print. Yeah.
I sign it with my paw print.
Okay. Make. I assume you're proceeding stealthily.
Oh yeah.
Make a stealth check for me.
And after
Panther's
4 hours, Valos
real
would just
good
be
at
up
that.
because he only needs to meditate for 4 hours.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I figured he'd probably wake up.
Also, technically, I think I'm conscious. I just, as long as I don't move.
You can't be disturbed.
Or disturb.
Stealth is
Yeah.
dex, right? So do
Mhm.
Yeah,
I
but
use the
use
panther?
the Panthers.
Yeah, because it's physical. yeah.
I have an idea.
Oh
Why don't you three leave the room while we do this?
no!
Okay.
Oh my God! I don't.
I like it. I like it. Make it
Be
happen.
ready, because it probably won't take too long. But
Okay.
We won't go.
Who are you texting? Pick
The
somebody.
Group, the group.
Oh,
I'll just put it in the group with everyone. I'll pick everyone.
After I had to call you guys last time.
That's all.
Guys,
Let me coordinate this before we forget.
So I have keen smell and
Mhm.
advantage on wisdom checks that rely on spell.
Mm-hmm.
And I rolled not very good.
Okay.
So I'm gonna take a 15.
Okay.
And so
For a
that's
total?
17.
17. As you hop off of the ship, you meet the ground. You feel the soil beneath your tender panther paw pads. As you press forward low, your shoulders sort of slink to one side and another, keeping your keen senses alert for any other sounds as you move towards the source of this low warbling. You reach the base of one of the mountains, one of the lower hills, one of the lower foothills. You begin to make your way up to the top of it. And as you cast your sight outwards over what is a gorge that guides the river through the range, make one more perception check for me.
Perception is,
Wisdom.
and that is mine.
It is your stats, but if your panther gives you like keen senses,
15.
okay. You can see that the river
Oh,
has
I'm a dumbass. I have +6 on stealth. So I didn't actually have to take 15. I didn't see. Okay, sorry.
I mean, you can improve the.
No, yeah, it's fine.
You see that the river has its main body of water, which is the typical deep blue, especially on a dark, moonless night like this one. But you also see a sort of glowing sapphire sheen over top of it that appears to be rising a bit.
What do you mean?
It looks like... It looks separate from the water that's there, but it appears to be a glowing liquid or fluid.
On top of the water?
Sort of see-through in nature, but yes.
So kind of like those like games that have like the oil and water
Yeah,
separated? Okay.
it's kind of like that. I will say also, with your perception check and due to your druidic nature, your keen senses alert you to the fact that this is a moonless night, but you know that it should not be an empty sky. And that's when you realize that the moon has now almost entirely slipped behind the scar. And so it
I
is
don't-
dark.
Yeah, that sentence didn't make sense in my brain. You said I should know that it is moonless.
That it is not moonless.
Oh, but
Yeah.
the moon is behind the scar. Okay.
Yeah.
But it's still glowing?
Mm-hmm. Light seems to be emanating from that flow in particular.
I'd like to go. Is that what's also making the sound?
It's certainly in that direction.
Like where the water's coming from?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna follow it.
Okay. You get closer to the river, and as you do, you're able to glean a bit more. This glowing material, whatever it is, seems to hang over top the water like a mist, and it flows like a fluid, and like I said, it is slowly rising. Do you touch it?
Rising like it's getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
I sniff it.
As you sniff the river with your keen panther senses. Your nostrils flare and let in a cool smell, cool air, but it carries with it a bit of acridity, it is a bit foul.
Like acidic?
Yeah.
I want to try to follow, like, to the source.
Okay.
If it seems close.
As you continue to walk and follow the source of the river, you hear the hum growing louder, but all you can see is this sort of glowing mixture that sits atop the water, continuing to rise now at an even more rapid pace. The humming is getting louder, but it appears to be on the far side of the island, and with how far you've gone, you feel like you should be able to see it by now. You can't. What you do see is overhead a large bird, almost humanoid-sized, flying over top in the direction of the city.
Okay. Can I see the ship from where I'm at?
No, you would have moved beyond where you could see the ship.
Okay. I would like to head back towards the ship and
Okay.
keep my eye on the bird. And like, I don't think I fully understand what you're trying to tell me about the water.
No, I mean it looks like the water's glowing essentially, but it isn't the water itself.
You keep saying it's growing. What does that mean?
It is rising, like a rising tide.
Oh, like it's just like flowing.
Yeah.
Up and down.
Well, it's flowing, but it is rising. I imagine a rising river.
But like the water level isn't getting higher?
The water level itself isn't getting higher, but this glowing portion of it
Okay.
is.
Okay. Like over the bank?
Mm-hmm. Getting to the point where it's hard for you to straddle the side of the river through this gorge without touching it.
Okay. I want to like dip the tip of my tail
Okay.
just to see what it does.
As your tail descends beneath the glow, you feel a chill, but it doesn't hurt. And the waves themselves of whatever this is appears to be completely unaffected. Unlike the water below, where
Yeah, it
if you were to
ripples.
put your paw into it, it would ripple. This does not. It
It's just
is,
kind of cold.
yeah, it feels a little cold.
Does the water like get close to our ship?
There is a bend in the river that gets within a 30-minute walk of the ship. But the river is barely visible. Mostly able to be seen during the day, but...
Well, I'm asking because I want to like collect some of this.
Mhm.
So I didn't know if it like got close enough to the ship to where I could drop wild shape, collect it, and then get back.
Yeah, I mean, it gets close enough to the ship where you could like go back, get what you need, collect it,
Okay,
and then...
I'm gonna do that then.
Okay.
I'll go back to the ship.
Okay. Then as you make your way back to the ship, keeping this bird creature in your sights as it flies towards the glow of the city, you see its path deviate briefly as it descends beyond the mountain range in the direction of your ship. And I'm going to swap you guys. So I'm going to bring the other three back in.
Can I just start running?
You can. Yeah.
Really
You-
fast.
Okay. Yeah, you definitely can.
You still gonna make me get out?
You can stay in, but I'm going to call the rest of them back in.
You can kick me out if you need to kick me out.
Just know that you're not there until I say you are, basically. But yeah, you can stay. So I'll call back to everyone else. And I'll take this time to thank our chat. You guys have been super active today and really helpful, especially with Odd's chaotic tailspin earlier. If you missed that, make sure to go check out the beginning of the
Yeah.
stream. Tabletop, thank you for joining us and sponsoring. We are loving the Druid Oil, especially with some Druid flavored RP today. It's been good.
Is I awake yet?
We did.
I don't know.
I wake up and fly the ship up.
Did Morgan come back as a displacer?
You don't know the key.
Yeah, I don't know the key code.
I'm not with y'all yet, but
I try and crack it.
calling y'all back.
Valoth, you wake up to the sound of footsteps on the deck, and you kind of open your eyes and blink. You feel rested enough, and it is likely about time for you to change shifts with Flora.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll look towards the footsteps. Usually I think Flora knows, and it usually wakes me up from my... Even though after 4 hours I would get up anyway.
Okay.
So I'll look for her.
As you come up atop the deck, make a perception check for me.
Oh, wait, let me reroll my portents. That I know what that roll was. Let me, just in case I want to use them.
You need something from the chat?
You might.
Well, just before I hadn't done it yet.
Yeah, you're
because
good.
technically, if I got woken up, I would still just have the one from before. 5.
It's also not rated to play rank.
17, and then what I rolled was a 9 plus perception, which is plus 4, so that's a 13 on perception.
Okay. You stare out in the distance, and you don't see any sign of Flora. You definitely heard footsteps a moment ago, and then that's when you spy the note that she's left on the deck. You pick it up and begin to read it. And as you try to read it by the light of the sky, you notice it's quite dark. You look up to see the moon fully shrouded by the scar in the sky. And suddenly you see, in that very dim light, the outline of a bird-like humanoid descend upon you very quickly with a blade and a shield. It is at your throat.
Have I gotten there yet?
Hello?
What
Sir?
is your business here?
This is our ship. What is your business here?
What manner of ship is this?
This is a flying machine. We've taken it from the Bithnikan Plateau.
You come from Vidnica?
Not originally, but
Why would you side
few
with the
days ago.
Zillites?
We didn't. It was a stop on our way around. We are travelers.
Do you stand with Oak Ridge and the free world?
Oak Ridge is the town that's right there?
Mhm.
Yes.
Make a persuasion check.
That's where those portents are going to come in handy. Oh, God.
It's all you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm going to
What you need?
portent that. Persuasion ultimately makes it portent the 17 for a total of 18.
Okay. Roll again.
Oh, son of a bitch.
Oh no.
Haha, dirty 20.
Yes.
Roll again. Ow!
Reluctantly, this Aarakocra pulls back his blade and sheathes it. Then you come to offer aid.
Actually, we were just passing through. Did you take my friend?
Your friend.
I believe she's a panther right now. She's not normally one.
I did spy a panther in the hills nearby.
The note said you were investigating a noise. Yeah, she was investigating a noise. I'm not sure exactly where it was coming from, but
You mean the low hum? And you hear it now as well. It's the Isle of Vidnica.
Lol.
It is upon us.
What?
I look around. Like, is it flying? Again? I mean, me.
Make a perception check.
Did it follow us?
Yeah. I mean, I would, and while I'm looking, I would say, Odd? Drazad?
What the fuck?
Perception? That is a 19.
Okay. With your 19, you look around. You see no Isle of Vidnica. It is where you left it, in the ground.
That is that not Vidnica?
You can't see it from where you are.
Yeah, we're
Oh.
hundreds of miles away.
Oh, I
from
thought you said it was where we left it.
I mean, it is.
Yeah, hundreds
assume.
of miles back.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, in theory, it could
Like
not.
you don't see.
Do they hear me as I'm like looking for it and going odd? Drazad?
If you're calling out to
Yeah.
them, I would say that they hear you, and it's around this time that a panther leaps up onto the deck and lands onto the wood before
I'm
you.
gonna start like snarling at the dude because I think he's coming to attack you.
He
So-
pulls his blade back out and
That is
levies
my-
it against you.
that is
As
my-
his wings flare, he hovers above the ground.
That's my panther friend. Remember I told you about the note? She said I'm a panther. That I believe Flora is that.
I'm gonna go like rub up on him like a cat.
And you're sure you come not from Zealous.
This was just from Zealous? No, definitely not.
I would assume not. But you say you are from Vidnica.
No, we came from Vitnica. We are not from Vitnica. We're all from different places. I'm actually not quite sure where most of them are from, except for.
Have we gotten up and like walked up it now?
Yeah, you guys are like waking up and you're
No,
seeing
I'm
this.
a hard sleeper. I'm not.
There's a
dropped my
dragonborn with us
Okay.
that is from
Rafheim.
Rafheim. But otherwise, I'm not 100% sure. We've met and we are just journeying together.
Does Rafheim offer aid in these times? Grixton cannot hold for long.
I am not a speaker of
Can I-
the Rafheim people.
Would I know? I think we asked this already, and I forget what the answer was. Would I know how the Vitnikan Plateau came to be there?
I think we had discussed it, and you had heard of Vidnica as a place, but you didn't know the history around it necessarily.
Okay. Because he's talking about it. So can I make an insight check then? Not trying to figure out if he's stuck in the past for some reason, but more of is he aware? Like, is he of sound mind? Because like he's talking about
Yeah.
this floating plateau, and as far as Valoth is concerned, it's not.
I wanna like as
Floating.
I drop wild shape, I would imagine I heard part of the conversation. I wanna ask him what he means when he said that sound was Vithnica.
Zealous has taken the Isle and is using it against us. It is how they've escaped their homeland.
How are they using it against you? We just came from there.
We like literally just left from the island
Like it's still,
Surely if you are
Days ago.
here, you know that Oak Ridge has been under siege for almost a week.
I'm gonna peer behind him. Like, is there
No.
flames and smoke coming up from Oak Ridge or anything?
With your previous perception check, no.
We have absolutely not heard anything about Oak Ridge
And I
being
rolled-
under siege.
Yeah, I rolled 12 on my insight.
I do not have time to give information to ill-informed commoners. But if you are no threat to myself or the people of Oak Ridge, I will allow you to stay.
We are no threat. We are just passing through.
We have picked a hell of a time to do so.
Also, do not need you to allow us to stay.
We were actually, we were leaving.
Be cool. Be cool.
You say Oak Ridge is under attack, but we flew in yesterday and it seemed fine, and we're looking
kind of attack?
behind you. It doesn't seem to be in trouble.
Also, where is that noise coming from?
The noise is the plateau. It is how it stays aloft.
It's not aloft anymore.
No, it was
I
definitely.
beg to differ. As he looks in the direction of the sound and glances back at you.
There is nothing over there.
He came from the scar, or like I wouldn't know if he came out of the scar, but the way you described it, like.
It appeared as though like he flew in a path that blocked your vision to the scar, but it did not look like he was coming from.
But I did see him before the scar.
Yeah.
Can I insight check him?
Yeah, I think you rolled one as well, Valoth.
Yeah,
right?
12.
12. He seems
12.
he seems at least honest by his own merit. He believes what he is saying, and he does not carry himself in any crazed fashion. He doesn't appear to have a distorted view of reality, aside from the fact that he's not seeing the same things you're seeing.
What is your name, sir?
I am Kavi Ashwin.
Well, Kavi, we were just at Vetnica, and the plateau is not floating. So I don't know what you're seeing.
I do. There might be some magic.
If you were able to find your way to Vetnica without being detected, could you do so again?
Yes.
There might be some magics at play, because what my friend has said is, you see the Vitnikan Plateau somewhere here, right?
It is there. And he points in the direction where it is clearly not.
Okay. We don't see that. So someone is under a spell. If you would allow me to cast Detect Magic, we might be able to...
Okay. Yeah.
And I'll ritual cast Detect Magic.
As your spell completes, you can see that Kavi is growing a bit impatient. He's kind of looking around at his surroundings. As he looks back to you, your Detect Magic spell completes, and you see that his entire body is made up of necromantic energies.
Oh, he came back from the dead.
What?
This is you can clearly see now a very believable spirit, but a spirit nonetheless.
Sir, pardon me, but, you know, we've been traveling for so long, and as you know, Vithnica is, not necessarily with the times. What year might it be?
It is the year 384 of the Second Era.
Yes. Do you see that in the sky? And I'm going to point to the scar.
At the same time, you hear, no, it is not.
The moon? Of course. I can see it. It is what guides my eyesight on nights as dark as this.
So you did not see the giant hole in the sky?
A hole in the sky.
Well, it's more of a...
Do you mean the
scar.
stars, the nights?
No.
There is something between us and the moon in the sky.
No, I do not see such a thing. Are you sure you all are okay?
Okay.
Perhaps Zealous has
I
sent you
wanna, like,
here brainwashed in order to
pull-
be our demise.
I'm gonna pull Dressad away and be like, this man.
No, sir.
Why does he need to die?
There is some illusionary magic going on, and it appears that you may be immune to it for the time being, as all we see is this scar in the sky that seems to be blocking Vithnica. But if you can see it, then that means that it might be something to worry.
Make a deception
Yeah,
check.
I'm totally just like drinking this dude's Kool-Aid now.
Again,
Because like I have no way to show him that that's not good.
I want to ask a mechanical question before I do what I want to do.
Mm-hmm.
Is he... Oh, I can't think of the right word. Is he permeable? Is he solid? Because he's a spirit?
Try and touch him.
That's what I was going to do, but I didn't want to...
Nah, try and just put like.
Yeah, Drazad's just going to, after
Brother.
Odd, like, I can see him doing his detect... and I'll just kind of walk up to him and go, are you even real? And kind of like do like this in the middle of his chest.
Your hand goes directly through as he pulls his blade and swipes your hand away. You do feel a force against your hand at that point as it drives away. Please keep your hands to yourself.
Okay, Drazad...
Need I remind you that I am a member of the Oak Ridge military unit,
That is
75th Battalion.
wonderful. So, listen, I have some interesting news to share with you, okay? And it's going to be
You
really
did.
difficult to handle. So, I'm going to, and I will prove it to you, okay? Prove it. Stab Drazad's hand. Stab it.
Are you
Go
a
ahead.
fool?
No. Stab Drazad's hand. Ruh-roh.
This is gonna hurt.
He pulls his blade, spins it in his hand, and slams it into your palm. As it draws blood, it pierces directly through, and you are going to take 9 points of force damage.
Okay, all right.
force damage, not piercing.
So does
Sir,
the blade
it was
go?
force damage.
Like I know it goes through because it's I'm assuming not solid. I can like see it go through.
You see it go through, and there is no blood drawn, but your hand in the center bruises heavily to the point where it's hard for you to actually form gestures with it.
Okay, I'll go. Do you see? That did not stab Drazad. That
Your
bruised
hand
Drazad.
is like trembling.
Yeah. do you understand? That really did hurt. Honestly, I was not expecting that, but your blade went through my hand.
He looks upon it, and then he looks back to Valoth. I believe that the Zealots have cursed you in some way. If you have come from there, it is stand to reason that you may have befallen some spell. They are quite powerful casters. It is what has given us so much trouble staving them off thus far.
So we're actually, I believe you're dead.
Though he is most likely definitely dead.
Because, and stuck in some vision of the past, because the events that you're describing happened, what year is it again? It's like
164.
164 postcard. About 164 years ago. For us.
You are mad. If you seek
no,
to
I'm
have
quite
this
calm.
curse removed, you must come with me. You must aid my allies. Together we may stand a chance. But alone we will fall. Even if you choose to leave now, the Zealots will find us. They will burn all that lies in their path as they have thus far. The Red Bastion has fallen. We are next in line to defend the rest of this continent. I have no time to waste, so I urge you to follow me. If you choose not to, that is your own decision.
Okay, and I'll look over
But may your soul rest
Where
easy
are
with
you
that
going?
choice.
Because we may not follow you right now, but maybe we'll meet you.
I must meet the rest of my detachment at the gorge. After scouting the surrounding area, we must hold them off. The fort in the west has fallen.
No, and I
Undoubtedly,
Yes. Okay.
Zealous will send their strongest mages to end this fight.
Okay.
Valoth, what magic
Great.
is doing this?
Yeah, what school is the
We'll
magic?
see you later.
Necromancy,
Necromancy,
for sure.
you said that,
Yeah.
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 Oh, it's definitely necromancy.
Yeah. So.
So dead, not
we
alive.
will meet you at
Oh,
the
yes.
gorge.
You think he is robust?
I
A
will
lot of hit-
relay your message to my company. They will be happy to have 4 more able-bodied fighters.
Leading question, Alex. How strong does this magic look with my detect magic? Is it like not necessarily a strict level spell, but kind of like on that scale? Like, what do we powerful, middle, relatively? I know it's potent because there's a
Don't
lot
you
of it
learn
right
what
now.
spell
It's extremely
No,
potent.
just the school.
And based on what you're seeing in front of you, you have never seen a necromancy spell able to call back the dead in this this amount of detail. Normally they are somewhat
Yeah. decrepit.
transparent or they have a certain hue about them. Without passing your hand through this ghost, they would feel real to you. And the fact that this has lasted apparently either so long or cast on a body that is so old and has regenerated it to this point. I mean, 8th, 9th level, potentially. Very strong stuff.
Okay, so hear me out. Connecting a couple dots here. This has to be the Ashen, or whatever that dead necromancer over there called it.
I mean,
Right?
there are other powerful necromancers who.
Are we saying this in front of the guy?
But what are the chances?
I don't know, Valve doesn't get
As he says that his detachment will be happy to have 4 more fighters, he flies off back in the direction from where he came.
Where are you going? What is your name again?
Kavi,
Thank you.
meet us in the gorge. We will find you.
Okay, I am Drazad. You have a good day.
As he flies off, I'm gonna look at him and be like, "Well, that was fucking crazy."
Yeah, that was a really weird. And
I'll tell
his
them-
knife did not stab me.
Yeah, I'll tell them.
It looks like that hurt though.
A little bit. Yeah, Flora healed a little.
I'm gonna go
You
get
know.
Odd.
Well, I'll
He
still sleeping?
I'll tell you all what I was like
shake
searching
you
for.
awake.
That I was trying to find the source of the sound, and I saw him flying. But that's why I head back to the ship. And then I'll also tell you that the river is glowing. Sorry, those socks are really hard to put on.
The river is glowing?
Yeah, so the river is glowing, but it has it's like something sitting on top of the water. It's like blue, and it's like growing, it's rising, like a rising tide, but the water is not changing.
And we did not do that with the man's body.
bodies. Did we put them in the river?
I don't think we did. But
So it's
You know
the
how
river
odd it is.
coming from the gorge, and I went really far.
I'll catch Ada up on what happened. I'll be like, there's a flying man
I'm
who's
just-
a dead ghost.
I'm
all just
imagining-
walking down to go
no
wake him
full
up.
I'm
rest,
imagining
right?
he's awake now,
Yeah.
right?
I guess not for the two of you.
Yeah. Okay.
What?
I'm
You
a
guys didn't get your long rest. Of course, if you wake
take a
up and
short
go
rest.
back to sleep, I'll allow you to take a full rest. But as of now, you've taken a short.
Cool. And I'll just take the short rest.
I don't think I had any.
You might not have needed it.
Yeah.
No, I
I'll-
didn't actually.
But I'll
You
like.
took some damage from the dragon breath.
Yep.
I don't know if you marked it because we were about to go to sleep. You took 10.
Yeah, he did. And I healed him earlier, so he's fine.
Oh, okay.
No, then I gotta go.
Oh.
I'll get on the side. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
But I-
guess somebody's not gonna get their beauty sleep.
You can go back
tonight.
to sleep in a second, Odd. Or you can sleep on the trip. But I went really far and was trying to find the source of that sound. And the closer, like it kept getting louder, but I could never find it. An echo of the past. What?
Was it the river?
Yeah, I don't know.
Was the river making the sound?
I don't know. Maybe.
We are still next to the river. I mean, that's where we parked the boat.
Yeah, so I was actually coming back because I want to go get a sample of whatever's on top of that so we can figure out what's going on. So, does someone want to come with me?
I could mage hand something.
Odd, you can
I'm awake. Let's go.
you can go back to bed.
No. Let's go.
Someone should
Dressad, do you want to guard the
most
ship?
definitely stay with the ship because I don't trust that spirit to not try to steal it.
Josad will stay with the ship and go back to bed.
Great.
Well,
Well,
I don't know how smart that is.
I could stay with Drizat.
why don't y'all two stay on the
Yeah,
ship?
Drizat. I'll stay with you.
Split the party!
What's the worst that
You
could
have
happen?
message. It's fine.
That's
I also
fine.
have message.
Yeah, it's fine.
Well,
Let's go.
we will be okay, I think.
Yeah,
I
we're
just want to. I'm just gonna go right down to the river and go boop, and then come right back.
And we can use mage hand to do it so we don't have to get close.
I put my tail in it when I was a panther, and it didn't hurt me. It was just very cool.
When I look at her with detect magic, is there anything weird going on? So she said she put her tail in it.
Yeah, you don't see anything emanating
It
from
was
her
just
aside from her
cold.
normal druidic.
Okay, no,
form.
I'm just making sure.
Really cool.
Gotta be a nightmare,
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna
Okay.
go.
Yeah, and I'll when we get there, I'll mage hand to scoop some stuff up of whatever you direct me to scoop up.
Yeah.
Okay. As you pass the vial into the glowing
The juice.
sort of fluid, it's like water,
The
but it
ooze.
almost moves like a mist. And as you pull your vial out, it has retained none of what you have passed it through. Further, the flow of this material is not disrupted in any way by you.
What's this detect magic giving me? And if I need to ritual cast it by the time we get there, I'll do that as well.
Oh no, it's definitely still up, and you can tell that this also reeks of necrotic energy, but it also has sort of a playful aura about it, as if from the ethereal plane.
I'm gonna put on my prismatic goggles, and I'm gonna say, "Hello, is anyone there making this?"
Make a perception check with advantage.
I'm gonna say, Valoth, something is very weird about this place.
Any importance?
Well, my next portent is like a 4 or something like that. Because I used the 17 already. Perception, I'm gonna take the 15 and make 19.
Okay. With your 19, you hear no one respond to you. You see only the level of this moisture slowly, very, very slowly rising.
Can you turn the AC. I'm cold.
Yeah, sure.
Like it's not rising and lowering, it's just rising.
It is just rising.
That seems a little concerning.
Yeah. See,
Nothing immediate, but
Yeah, I know, and I was having a hard time walking on the side of it without touching it. I don't know why that's happening. I think maybe we gotta
like you
go.
felt compelled to touch it, or your
No,
curiosity?
I was just curious.
Gotcha.
Curiosity got the cat. Haha.
And with your 19 perception, as you turn your eyes back towards the city, following the flow of this, you see that as it reaches or more or less collides with the sort of amber light of the city, the torchlight that it exudes, it sort of increases in opacity until it is disappeared.
Oh, like completely dissipated. Okay.
Yeah.
Also,
But is the magic aura still surrounding the city from it? I know it's not to the visible eye, but detect magic, is that telling me that the city has any kind of magical...
The city does not
Effect
appear to
on it
have
or
any sort
anything?
of magical effect.
Okay. Yes, I'm quite stumped, Flora. I have no idea.
I feel like something weird is going on.
Oh, for certain.
I don't know if we even should try to go to that city. Should we go to the gorge and just see if there's other dead people there?
We can't see the river from the boat.
You can
Not this
see
portion of the
very
river.
far, like
Mhm.
off in the distance. You can see the gorge. Can't really see the river.
Right.
Okay.
I mean, the moon is up. I mean, how many more hours do we have? I had just started my watch. I'm assuming we still have like 3.5 at most, right?
To complete a long rest?
Yeah, before like
Mhm.
daytime or long rest.
Yeah, I would say it would be daytime in approximately 4 hours. The sun would begin to come up.
I mean, I'm okay. I know you haven't rested yet, but
I mean, I guess we'll go back and we can finish our rest, and
tackle it as a full party tomorrow. I can
Yeah.
finish my watch.
they might not even be here tomorrow. Maybe it's something with the moon going behind the scar.
Maybe.
Ooh.
From our perspective now, because I know like I guess the scar is high up.
Mhm.
It's still covering the moon, huh?
Yes, the moon is still slipped behind the scar.
I bet as soon as the moon comes out from behind there, everything goes back to normal. The moon does control the tides. Maybe that's where they're rising.
Possibly. Is it still rising?
It is very slowly.
Yeah.
And
I
is
bet it has something to
is
do
the
with
smoke
that.
getting closer to the city? Like I know you said it dissipates as it gets closer, but as it rises, is it? I guess becoming
No,
more
it is.
potent?
It is dissipating at the same point.
Okay. I'm fully rested and
Great. Let's
completely
go back.
up to for whatever you.
Let's go back and let the other ones rest as well.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, then, as
Keep
the
an eye
rest
on
of
that
you
moon.
continue with your long rest, keeping a very watchful eye, Valoth,
And I'll continue to ritual cast detect magic through the rest of my watch.
I will say we'll take a quick break here so that you guys can maybe brainstorm on what you want to do next.
If you
And,
do,
you know, potty break, all that good stuff. We will see you guys back in about 10 minutes. Don't go nowhere. We have a mystery to solve.
yeah.
Bye. Ring.
Yeah, I was just
Jinkies. If you
Oh, terribly sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here while the stream was running. Give me a moment to tidy up. It's much better. Well, while you're here, we might as well take a moment to thank all of our members for supporting the channel and bringing this stream to life. Tremendous thanks to Patchma Seeker, Keyblade Guy, Rain Sasiel, Dink Dreamly, Teleth, Drakno, Grim Reether, Connor McConnell, Matthew Florence, Ducky's Pond, CW, VA. Flues. Big Bad RPG. Will Plays Games. Ramblin' 19th. Aaron Breeder. Jan Jims. Shakal Draconis. Zyborg. Nick Dyson. Rich Balls. Anton Davidatus. Edward. Aaron B. Arcestus. Daddy DeFrosty. Ethan Tran. Rub My Beard. Christian Deters. Skeetus. Christopher Love. Shazar Romes. Brett Venable. Tides of Mo. Tabletop Beard. Drazaddy. And Mama Jimbo. You know, members get tons of unique benefits as well, like these weekly shoutouts and emojis that they can use in the stream chat, and a heaping helping of chaos points that can be used to, well, perhaps it's better to show you.
The most exciting feature for our live streams has come to YouTube. You can now roll dice live to help us in our adventures by using chaos that's built up by watching and interacting with the stream. All you need to do is keep an eye out for earning instructions that appear on our stream, and then spend those points by typing in the commands that correspond to the dice you'd like to roll. This feature is always available, no matter what campaign we're playing in, so be sure to hop in and help out our players because, well, they're gonna need it. Greetings to all my bearded brothers out there. I'm Alex, also known as Constructed Chaos on YouTube, and I'm here today to tell you a little bit about my friends over at Tabletop Beard. This family-owned beard oil company is run by three brothers that have combined two great loves of mine: tabletop RPGs and beard care. And it makes a lot of sense because, as I'm sure many of you know, growing and maintaining a healthy beard can be an adventure all its own. I started my quest back before I was even on YouTube, and I guess you could say I was stuck at level 1 for a while, constantly itching my way through life with a wild and unkempt beard and just trusting hairspray and regular shampoo to get the job done. Believe me, I was rolling nat 1s on just about every charisma check I made at that point. But eventually I started trying various beard care products like oils, butters, and balms, and I found some that worked well enough, but none of them really tied into my backstory. Not to mention my wife was constantly complaining about the smell. Then I was put on to the products from Tabletop Beard, and let me tell you, it was a match made in heaven. Or hell, depending on what kind of flavor you prefer. These guys use a premium oil blend of meadow foam seed, rosehip, golden jojoba, argan, avocado, and sunflower oils to create the most high-quality product that contains no cheap filler or artificial oils that you typically want to steer clear of. And each scent has been expertly crafted and matched to a familiar TTRPG style, so you know exactly the kinds of vibes you're putting out without the scents being too mundane or too overpowering. To top it off, all their products, oils, butters, and balms are made in small batches, so the quality control is top-notch, and so is the customer service. They're always looking for new ways to meet and exceed customer needs, and I've even heard that they have some new ideas cooking up behind the scenes. So consider this your session 0 and take some time to check out Tabletop Beard today. Truly, they're the only starting equipment that you need for your own successful beard care journey. Bear Dritz here, letting you in on a little-known ranger secret that'll keep you satiated in the wild, even when you have no rations left. Ew, not that. I'm talking about subscribing to the channel and hitting that bell icon. It's easy to miss the signs of a stream going live if you're not prepared. So make sure to do that and... What was that? Hold it right there, adventurer. We're looking for some deviants that refuse to like this video while they're still watching. You wouldn't happen to know anything about this heinous crime, would you? Well then, as you were, but stay out of trouble.
It appeared out of thin air when they found it, as if by the will of the plains themselves. A curious and mysterious bauble that has turned up time and time again throughout the ages. Some have studied it all their lives, hoping to unravel its uniquely fascinating magical properties. Many more have used its power for their own, though all falling victim to fate in the end. Now, it calls to you, by chance, by destiny, by desire. It matters not. It calls to you, and it calls to be cast from your palm, so that it might deliver unto you the unknown wonders held within.
How much longer are they going to... excuse me. Are they still not back? Wait there just a moment. I'll fetch them for you. The little chaos gremlins. You have people waiting, you know!
Welcome back, everyone.
Remember to get your beauty rest.
While you
We all
guys
had a
were
good
away,
short rest.
taking care of things, the rest of you have tried to go back to sleep while Valoth keeps watch. Why don't you make a perception check for me?
And I am still ritual casting Detect Magic every so often. That's an 11.
Okay. With your 11, you don't see much.
And I have my prismatic goggles on.
The sky is still quite dark as the moon is behind the scar, but as time passes, you see the moon begin to slip out as the water from the river, or rather the glowing portion that runs over top of the water, rises to a point where it almost overruns the banks into your little area where you've parked the ship. And as the moon slips out from behind the scar, the supposed illusion dissipates and you no longer see it. The rest of your watch goes by uneventful as you continue to look out for your friends until the sun begins to rise and all of you wake from your long rest.
It was the scar.
I told you.
The moon
Oh, thank goodness.
left the scar, and it seemed to be growing in power so much that it almost, I don't know, got to us. I don't know if that would have done anything because we touched it and nothing happened. But it is now rescinded.
So if we could stop the moon, then it could
I don't
build
know
up
if we
to
need
critical
to
mass.
Stop it.
If yes, theoretically
Like
we
a
could.
magnifying glass.
Yeah, theoretically it might. And
The scar's the lens. The moon is the sun.
I wonder how
or-
high we could get with this flying machine.
They are acting like we
Could
have
we
the
get to the
time right
moon?
now to discuss these
I
things.
mean,
Maybe we can do it later.
We have another 2 days travel ahead of us.
yeah, but the moon.
Okay, we do not have the power to stop
We might
the
have
moon.
the ability to get to the moon. I have not pondered this before.
Oh
Odd.
my god.
No.
Because, dude, I mean, like, really, like, what is space? Like, I don't think anybody here really understands.
Drazad gets up to the
Grim
console
Reaper,
and-
thanks for another 10.
Thank you, Grim.
These guys are rolling bad today. They need all the help they can
Real
get.
bad.
Yeah.
We
What do
gonna
you mean
use it.
today? Yeah,
Right.
like-
And I'm gonna start punching in the code for the ignition switch.
Oh my god, I forgot
Okay.
we have that.
I look to try and see what it is.
I definitely hide it. I put my entire body in front of it.
Make a perception check and make a sleight of hand.
Wee. Oh,
Can I do slide of body and add like plus 8 or something?
I'm gonna. Oh god, do I portent? Do I use my last portent to change odds? To change
plenty of
odds and
stuff
roll?
in the chat.
No, to change it to lower.
Pretty good.
we just woke up.
What is it? You first.
No, I know, but I already fished my long rest and used one.
You first, Odd.
What am I? Perception?
Val,
I'm
you
not
have
gonna-
to make your decision.
I'm not gonna do it. No, no.
Okay.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20!
Reroll, guys. Reroll.
19 plus 1.
Oh God.
The one time you guys did not roll bad.
Okay,
It's against each other.
16.
18.
You do not see the code as Drazad. He catches sight of you and like shifts his body a little bit more to cover it up.
You will not know what I am hiding from you.
Hey, a 7. Wow, that's going to be nice.
Plus
we have
7.
2 of those. That'll turn just about anything to a success.
Oh my god, yeah.
Challenge accepted.
This board is so chaotic. Of like,
It's perfect.
there's no order to how everything.
It's
is
on
written.
brand.
Yeah, and it's written with my left hand, which I'm not a lefty.
Not
so
great.
It's not great.
As all of you wake with the rising sun, the scar still ever present in the sky as you have always known it to be. You see the light cascade through the mountains against its craggy peaks, softening them a bit with a sort of morning glow that emanates through the mist of the night as it burns off. What would you all like to do?
Vala,
You punching the thing?
can you think we can fly to the shore?
I don't know. If
We might. It's quite high up in the sky, and I would recommend staying away from it.
You hear in the background.
And Val having
Really good engine noise. That was great.
Val having PTSD is gonna be like, I need to go.
Let us get this moving
Dressage
along.
go into the sky. To the moon.
And yeah, I'll coach Drazad on how to take
Yeah,
off.
you know what? I would like to learn a
Yeah.
little bit at least.
Okay. In that case, roll a survival check and roll a investigation check to see how well you can gain your information from
Can I
Bella.
roll a perception check to see what I absorb by
Missed?
osmosis?
Yeah, sure. We'll say investigation, though. It's not perception.
Okay.
You said a +7 will turn anything into a success?
I did not said most anything.
I got a 3. I get nothing.
Yeah.
And I like it that way.
You can't really hear what they're saying over the hum of the engines, and you don't want to get too close because then it might give away that you didn't understand everything the time before.
I'm trying to read their
I'm
lips.
gonna take one of the +7s for an 18
Okay.
Okay.
total.
And Drazad, what'd you roll?
We got another +7, bro.
I'm gonna take a +7 for a 13.
Oh, wow.
You sure you don't want to take a roll instead of the +7?
You want to
I feel like the 13 will be a.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, let me just take the.
Take this.
No, because that puts me at 12.
Yeah, take the 7.
never mind.
Take the 7.
Drazad, you're able to understand about as much as Flora did before. You don't feel like you could steer the ship through like tumultuous weather or obstacles, but you could definitely keep her straight and steady if you had to. So that's about where your level of...
And with me like standing there, could he take us off?
Oh, right.
Yeah. launch the ship.
As you begin to lift the ship up, it sort of rocks to one side. Valoth slyly kind of like leans over and pushes one of the levers as it rights the ship slowly.
Oh, so that is the level button. Okay.
And as you begin to propel yourself forward,
Not quite.
you feel yourself moving towards the mountain range, and you start to like kind of turn the ship, but because the wings aren't deployed yet, it's not quite easy to steer, and so
Okay,
it's
yeah,
like it's almost like you're accidentally shifting gears too early, and the ship is.
I mage hand and push the wings out with my hand on the pedals.
Drazad knows this. He saw when when Odd messed us up.
It's like trying to learn a standard.
Yeah.
Finally, you gain enough altitude.
With 7
You clear the rocky peaks below you, and you look down at the city of Oakridge, now alive with townsfolk moving about, beginning their day. As a few of them begin to turn and point, you see some of the
Back at
guardsmen
them.
like rushing and manning stations as they look towards the sky and see a large flying machine. But you realize to their perspective, it might even look like some sort of animal. You're now quite far out of the range of any ballista, but you can see them running around like ants as many people are pointing towards the sky.
I'm
Drazad.
pointing back at every one of them that points at me. I'm just
You
That's how we get
I
ourselves
thaumaturgy
shot.
my voice to try to make them be able to hear me and be like, "Do not worry, it is okay.
Drossard is here!
Yes, we are not the Vidnikin Plateau."
Oh my god.
And you all are off on your journey, continuing northward towards the direction of where did you all decide?
I was getting to the map.
I'll
Are
pull
we
up
going
the
to the
map.
Red Bastion or are we
Yeah.
going to that other place?
Do y'all want to go to Twin Deer? It's
that
closer.
one. Or Bell. Can we make it to Bell in 2 days?
Bell or
Full
Red
for me.
Bastion?
I would think we could definitely, because Vithnica,
So moving from Oak Ridge, you could definitely make it to Twin Deer, Red
Yeah.
Bastion, or Bell.
Okay, dope.
Y'all want to go to Bell?
Where are we going?
Or do y'all want to go to Red Bastion?
I would think Red Bastion because he said Red Bastion fell. Valoth would be
That's kinda what I was
curious.
thinking
Yeah,
too.
what if that's also has a similar
he
effect
did.
going on?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay.
Hell yeah, let's go there.
Let's go to
Okay.
Red Bastion.
Well, then I'll ask you the same thing I asked before. As you continue your 2 days of flight, is there anything you all would like to do in this time, moving towards the Red Bastion?
In Valis' turns with flying, he would try to see how high. He wouldn't push it too far, but curiosity, he'd be like, how high can this thing fly?
Make a
Like
Make-
he wouldn't want to decrease our distance that we can get too much, but he would testing things out after talking about getting to the moon. He's like, could we?
Can we get the moon?
make both a survival and an Arcana check for me.
Okay, the wooden dice is gonna be survival. Oh god, they're so good. So okay, survival is a 23, and what was
Hell
the other
yeah.
one?
Arcana. So you know that's going to be good.
Is gonna be a 26.
Okay.
Nice.
As you steer the ship skyward, you feel it beginning to shudder as you put a little too much strain on it, and so you ease off. And as you do this, you realize that the ship, as it gains altitude, yes, it does lower your effective range, but it glides quite well, and it might not impede your travel too much to ascend this high if you so choose in the future. What's more interesting to you is as you ascend and rise into the sky in such a way that very few people get to experience here in Roria, you see yourself growing closer to the scar in a manner that indicates that the scar is omnipresent. And what I mean by that, and what Valoth would understand, is that the scar is equidistant from every point on the continent. You would surmise from every other point. Like, so if you were in Banara, the desert country far to the east, it would take the same amount of time to reach the scar as it would now to reach the scar.
But we are definitely getting closer to it.
Yes, as you ascend.
That would stop Valoth from pushing this too far up.
Okay.
Then
And you halt the ship in its tracks as it shudders. You feel the wind sort of catch the wing sails, and it glides a bit lower as it descends back to a normal altitude.
How is it the same distance from everywhere?
Magic.
Okay. No, I needed you to say that.
Yeah.
Because I was trying to logic my way through that, and I was like, mathematically, this doesn't.
the
make
world
any
is a
sense.
sphere, but it's a sphere this way where all of the pieces are on the inside. It's a scars in the middle.
I like the answer magic.
Alex's world is definitely flat. It's a flat earther situation.
No!
Yeah, Alex's world is flat. 100%.
I've been getting so many of those videos lately for some reason. I don't know.
You got something to tell us?
No.
Anyone
Look
else
it up.
looking to do anything during this journey? I know you just had 2 days, so it's okay if the answer's no. I just want to
Yeah,
ask.
we work on the ballad of Pinky the Necromancer.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch Valoth as he flies the machine and
Yeah, try and
try to learn.
glean as much as you can. Over the 2 days...
We dumped the bodies, right? We still don't have the bodies, right?
We
dumped them.
No, we made tamales.
So
Yeah.
we have a tamale.
I don't think
No, I
we
mean,
decided
you
to
guys
dump
didn't-
them.
We dumped the bird.
I dumped the bird. For
We dumped the
sure.
bird
We
for
didn't
sure.
dump
And I
it.
can't-
You guys were
remember
talking about...
Oh, that's right. We preserved him in a.
We have a
in banana
tamale.
thing.
Can we
I thought you were
definitely-
talking about dumping him over the side of the ship. I thought I heard that.
I thought
We did talk about it, but I think we
about it,
ended
but
up
we
wrapping
didn't.
him. We dumped
Yeah,
the
you
bird for
definitely-
So
sure.
he's still on the ship then?
Yes.
Yeah.
We'll decide now.
I check on Pinky.
Okay.
He is not
Maybe a
doing
day into the
well.
journey. What Floor has done has maybe slowed the decay, but it is still decay. And he was quite old to begin with, so I mean there was some decay happening already.
Okay.
Could I cast Ice Knife in a way that I could instead of shooting it, right? Just to have a block of ice to start like putting these ice knives next to him
So you freeze
to keep
him?
the body cold.
Oh my god.
While you're doing that, who is
not-
steering the ship?
Why
No,
not
but I'm
just
asking,
shoot it?
would that be feasible? But would that be feasible, like, to do, or does Ice Knife have
He
to, like,
could tell you
fire it
that.
at something?
You could do that with Ice Knife, and I would say that the explosion that it makes, you could create sort of a small area of,
Frozen terrain.
I wouldn't even call it frozen terrain, but like
snow.
colder, snowy area that you could then put the body onto.
Okay.
You gonna make an ice box. I'll fly the ship.
Yeah, I'll request one of those two, not odd, specifically
So,
not odd, to
I'm
steer
gonna
while I
fly
do
the
that.
ship,
Okay.
and then I want to whisper something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm gonna text the person I'm whispering to.
Okay.
Okay.
While you
hand
do
the
that, make a
reins to
survival
Odd, I'm gonna be
check.
so pissed.
I will not hand the reins.
I'm covering my eyes because I will look. The note taker in me.
I
cannot resist.
am getting my phone out of
Yeah.
preparation for this.
I'm so fascinated. My note is not me. My notifications
I
haven't gone up.
can't message, so
Can I hide? Can I? Okay, yeah.
okay.
I think I know who it was then.
So, make a survival check for me to see how well you can steer the ship and keep it on course.
Well, I put this body on ice, literally.
That's cocked. Survival.
Mm-hmm.
23.
Nice. You keep the ship directly on path, and as a matter of fact, when you take over from Valoth, perhaps he was a bit distracted in getting close to the scar, but you decided to actually right the ship because it was a bit off course. Your path will get you there before sun sets on the second day.
Nice.
Let's see. I'm being told that there is a message for me.
So many secrets.
I do not see a message for me.
I don't know what spell. Okay, why y'all whispering to each other? I don't know what spell should I prepare. I got rid of detect magic because you have. No, I'm just kidding. I'm sorry.
Well, I think do clerics work the same way? As long as it's in your spellbook, can you ritual cast detect magic?
No, I think I have to take up ritual caster.
Oh, okay.
I don't
that
think-
makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not sure. I mean, we're flying, so like to me,
I just realized you
we're
told
not
me
running
to.
into people that are gonna. Most likely, if we run into anything up here, it's something to fight. So I've got combat heavy spells right now, personally. That's why I have Ice Knife prepared,
Oh, okay.
and things like that. Stuff I don't typically have.
It's either something to fight
Fair.
or
Ooh.
that Aarakocra who's pissed you didn't come to help.
Yeah, that too.
He's like, what the hell,
Either
guys?
way, we're fighting something.
I'm
Okay.
dead, hopefully.
Okay, great.
I would just be careful with dispel magic
I
when we're in a
texted
magic
Alex.
ship.
Alex, I texted you.
Oh, I don't
Okay.
have.
I know, but if you end up preparing that,
No,
Just
I
as
was
a-
I was
as a note.
thinking of. I'm starting to gear my spells around
Okay.
Drazad.
So,
Yeah.
Valoth, after acclimating Pinky below deck in his nice little ice bath, you
I could.
reascend the deck and turn to see that Odd is standing in front of Flora as she sort of pilots from behind, like sort of a Titanic moment.
Wait, I'm still up here.
No.
Yeah.
This is like the scene
Drazad.
from Ghosts.
Like there's an 80s ballad playing in the
like a little
background.
kid sitting on your lap. Like,
You sort of shrug it off and allow them to continue as you can see that Flora's doing extremely well piloting the ship.
Yeah,
So-
I'll stand there and make sure to like. I'm watching his feet specifically to make sure he doesn't start stepping on any of the pedals. And I've got Mage Hand ready to like re-click any pedal that he
I-
hits.
Yeah. Got
I
it.
have casted a tinkle on his feet.
oh
So
no,
just his feet.
not the dancing boots.
Just his feet can't touch the pedals.
So, as these days press on, and all of you make arrangements on board the ship to make yourselves more available to fly it for each other and more able to transport this dead body without it rotting as quickly.
We all know how to fly the ship now.
To an extent.
Ralof is
Oh.
pissed.
To an extent.
I'm fine with
I
it.
know, I'm just messing.
Just as long as he doesn't try to kill us again.
Give me the reins. Let's see what she can do.
Eventually, the clouds part, and you see below you the landmass that makes up the mainland of Grixton Republic as it sort of turns upwards into a peninsula. In the very, very distance, you can see a land that's sort of bathed in a red glow. Dust sort of clouds your vision from that point. But what you see on the peninsula more readily in front of you is a large stone structure. It's hard to make out the details from this distance. And so as you approach what you can only assume is the Red Bastion, you see a spectral silhouette against a backdrop of ancient trees. You find a fortress weathered by the relentless passage of time, a once formidable stronghold, its stone walls now battered and moss-covered, call back to a bygone era of conflict.
I would like to skywrite our descent again.
Okay.
Oh, like to hide us?
Yeah, to do our best to hide our descent when we
I
start
will
to do that.
I will say make a stealth check with disadvantage this time because you
No
do
mountain.
not have the cover of mountains
Mhm.
to aid you
I can pass without a trace. Oh,
on the ship.
Yeah, not on the ship.
can I do that?
You cannot.
Okay.
Wow. Impressive, Sam.
What we got over there? Can't see behind the.
18, 10.
We're gonna have to swap up the chairs and the seats at some point because we can't have all this bad juju
On this
side of the table.
I'm gonna do the 16 for a dirty 20.
Oh, yeah. As you descend, you get a closer look at the Red Bastion. It is in shambles, but it appears to be occupied at the very least. Something that you can glean from even this distance. There are sort of sketchy repairs that have been made to the structure itself. Many of the stone components that are missing or deteriorated have been replaced with wood planks or palisades. And as you set the ship down, roughly how far are you trying to keep distance from this location?
Similar, definitely no closer than an hour's walk.
Mhm.
But if I need to be further away to like have reasonable cover from the bastion,
No less.
then further.
Literally.
No less than closer.
No less than closer.
You find a very small clearing in the trees, and it is a bit challenging to set down the ship in that area, but you're familiar with the controls enough now that you are able to do it. As you set down, the ship does lean a bit to the left as it sits atop a very old system of roots.
It will be a rocky takeoff, but the landing's fine.
You all are set down as the ship begins to shut off.
And are we about an hour, or did I have to land it further?
You're about an hour away from Red
No
Bastion.
less than an hour.
No less than an
Yeah,
hour.
no less.
By the way, I
Should-
just saw myself yawn on stream and then yawned a second time.
You
I-
yawned yourself.
Yeah, and I looked down and I was yawning
my
again, and I was
God.
like, "Don't look,
It was a
don't
loop.
look." Yeah, I'm gonna be stuck in an
I
endless
don't like
loop.
that you're yawning in the first place, but the fact that you imposed a yawn upon yourself
I know.
is
Yeah.
funny.
I did it twice. I almost did it twice.
Are we going to venture into town this time?
Absolutely. Drazad will be right behind you guys.
I'm getting
I promise.
a little
I
stir
want to
crazy
know if
on
this one
boat.
is haunted as well. Is it nighttime?
The sun is setting,
Okay.
but it is not night yet.
So, how far? We're no less than an hour away from Red Bastion, right?
You are 1 hour away. Let's just.
South
Yeah.
of
You are south of Red Bastion.
Yeah.
in the woods, on the coast.
Sorry, excuse me. Coughed right into the mic. You are not in the woods
Fired.
at like their
done that
thickest, but you are in some fairly sparse tree cover with some very old,
Closer
large
to the
trees.
water, closer to the road.
Closer to the road. is where you would be.
To the road?
Yeah.
Okay, so,
Okay.
so like,
Okay, yeah.
that's where I
Got
was.
it,
Okay.
got it.
Six.
And how long has it been since we killed the wizard, right? We've had
This would be
5 days?
two
Like-
sets of travel. Yeah, 5.
Yeah, it's like 4 days, 5 days easy.
yeah,
Four-
we'd say
four travel.
4 days total.
No
Okay,
less
4
than
days total.
4.
Okay.
Sorry, it's in my brain now.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah, I want to go travel into Red Bastion.
Do we want to wait for the nighttime to see if the weird stuff happens again,
Maybe
and
we
then
should-
go to Red
I
Bastion
think we
tomorrow?
should go-
Potentially by the time we get there, it'll be.
4.
Oh, to find out if they know what we're talking about.
Yeah.
That would not be a bad idea.
And then if we're there and night falls, then we'll be able to see the ship.
What if this is the bad people place?
Well,
Is it a bad people?
YOLO.
Um,
I have it on good authority from the DM that this is a good people place.
Odd, make a history check to see what you know.
God told me it's safe.
God,
He did.
God spoke to me.
14.
God did
With your
say that.
14, I mean, you're from across the continent, but
Yeah.
you have heard of this place,
Torso, baby.
especially in your recent time escaping Banara. This you've definitely heard as a place that people go if they don't want to be found. It's off the beaten path for sure.
People go if they don't want to be found. Is,
Mhm.
is it
we
it's
love
a colony? Like it's a civil?
We don't want to be.
It's less of a colony and more of like a place of respite. You could imagine it less of a town and more of,
Like an in-between?
yeah, like almost a fair of sorts.
It's like a
Oh,
bed
okay.
and breakfast.
Yeah, it doesn't travel by any means, but it's like a small hideaway.
I got what you're saying.
Unofficial city town.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. I share this knowledge.
So there is probably a black market here, is what you're trying to tell
Well,
us.
I don't know, maybe, but definitely a bunch of people who are running away from stuff, and
Tabaxi?
Just our kind of people.
I don't know that.
No. Not Drazad's kind of people.
Well, we are also running away from people.
I feel like we are chasing things more than, the wares.
But we had to make this big old loop because we
That's
couldn't
awesome.
go
Yeah,
over
no,
here.
that is fair. Okay, yeah. No, you are right about that one. Yeah,
Yeah,
for sure.
Let's head into town.
Okay. As you close on the Red Bastion, the tree line grows more and more sparse. And you notice that the air is becoming much more humid and hot.
I make sure to freshen up the ice before we leave and lock the beep beep.
I was waiting.
Beep 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 beep.
So I was gonna say,
Yeah.
before we leave, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, Drazad forgot his necklace. I will be back."
He changes the code.
I changed the code.
Oh my god!
Okay. You are the master of the
this,
lock.
or you're the only one who knows the code?
Um,
He
you
ain't
don't
telling
have to
us.
tell, but I'm curious.
I'll let you know on the sly while we're walking.
Okay.
It's Del, D-E-L.
As you
Should have made
approach,
it the whole thing.
you hear.
We try to take off an emergency.
Let me take that back. What you see first
Wait, is it an E or an I?
are sort of ramshackle barricades, wooden planks that are set up against trees to give some extra defensible cover if someone were to come along. Although you find no real resistance here until you gain sight of the Red Bastion itself. The familiar silhouette presents itself as a very broken down fort that is held together by a bone structure of rotted boards. And as you draw even closer, you see a small green creature make its way over to you, holding a small piece of parchment. You got a reservation?
What is this creature?
We do. Hi. I
Yeah.
believe that there should be a reservation for 4.
I'm gonna look on his list and see if I can like read a name while
Yeah.
she's distracting him.
Make a deception check and make a perception check.
Oh, I was like, what the hell did Flora do while
Should've
we
been
weren't
switched.
listening?
I made a reservation.
Without message.
She has a
Dirty
message, but she has
twans.
sending. Yeah.
Dirty 20. Nice.
30 twines.
I'm going to take a 10. I'm thinking, yeah, and that is
Can I-
14.
Perceive what kind of creature this is.
It's a goblin.
Oh.
Wonderful. Wonderful.
Goblins tend to be the gate men for these types of places.
I totally forgot about the rock, paper, scissors. I was like, are we killing him? What are you doing? I was like, smash the goblin.
I did not forget.
You see Drazad look over at Flora and go,
He sort of looks down at his paper, and what'd you roll?
14.
With your 14, you do see quite a few names on the paper. Make an insight check.
Belvius Lockhart, motherfucker.
Tobias is 800 years old now.
No, I'm an important. We're not because my portents go away at the end of the night. Those are forever.
Yeah.
14 is what you rolled. So add one.
18.
We also have another.
oh, yay.
These names do not seem real.
Oh, they're all fake names?
They seem very fake, to the extent that you almost catch yourself snickering, but you hold it in. What are your names?
My name is Hugh Boss.
And then I'm gonna read one of the names off of there. Like, pick one.
Big Bertha.
Oh yeah. No. pick a guy's name because she already said her name.
Needle Knees.
Oh yeah, and I am Needle Knees. And I'll show him like
Sorry, you're not on the list. I might be able to put you on there if you pass a little gold my way.
I check your list again. I can tell
Check
you.
my list again, and you're not on there. Sorry, Needle Knees.
That was on the list, though.
It's not on the list. I'm holding the list, and I'm looking at it. It's
Can
not
you
on
see
He
the
read
list.
it off of the list, though, didn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah, he
No.
did.
Okay, yeah, that's what I.
Yeah, she did the handle for it. Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
What's
I'm.
it going to take to
So-
put my name on your list?
Well, we can push aside some other reservations. They might be running a little late. Maybe 5 gold ahead.
Ooh, I don't
It's
know.
quite the exclusive establishment. I don't know how far
Bruh.
you've been traveling, but we can't just take anyone here.
Paper. Scissors.
I left that all behind, sister. I don't do that here.
Oh my
I'm not that kind of goblin.
god. No, I thought that this was the establishment that upheld traditions and that, respected their culture.
Listen, you might have met at one point in time a rock goblin, or perhaps even a paper goblin.
oh, God, I wish
Says a goblin.
command.
all
Less
dead.
than likely. I'm a mind goblin.
You be gobbling these minds.
What do you...
I pay the goblin. Like I pay the goblin. I'll
Well
give him
then.
20 bucks.
Needle Knees, and
I can't remember the fake name that we used in here because you were Flo,
I don't
and you
remember.
because I gave your name and you gave my
I don't
name.
remember.
Robert.
Robert.
Oh, I am Fibonacci Sequins.
Fibonacci. How you spell the other one?
Sequins?
Yeah, I had more
S-E-
trouble with that one. I had a brother named Fibonacci.
Oh, that's quite interesting.
Italian.
Actually. Sequins.
Sequins. That's a weird way. And your name?
Lagandra Estranja.
Lagandra Estranja. Perfect. Got it.
A weird
All right.
way.
Well, you're free to go.
Drag queen.
Yeah, but didn't you already give a
I
fake
did.
name?
I
Is that
did.
the same one?
Nope.
No.
Thank you for your
No.
patronage. And
As we walk in, I would like to try to take our gold back.
make a sleight of hand check.
It's a 16 on the dice.
What?
important. Valoth wants you to get this money.
17.
As he walks away, he keeps his eyes on you all, but kind of turns his sight back ahead. Just as you pass him, you're able to slip your hand into his little coin purse and pull out 20 gold.
Great. I'm going to give them right back. I'll put them in my pocket.
As you
Have 20
continue
gold now.
on to the Red Bastion, growing even closer, you begin to hear a lot more raucous laughter. You hear the sound of music. It seems they have a bard playing. And as you enter this atmosphere within the old abandoned fort, you see a number of stalls and booths set up, a bar near the back, a number of small tents where people are camped out. This appears to be some sort of a commune. There are people from all walks of life here. Individuals that are trying not to be seen with cloaks thrown over their heads. Boisterous, large, extremely energetic half-orc telling stories. A wood elven bard playing a wood lute that's strung across with vines as he plucks it. What would you all like to do?
I'm gonna go talk to the bard.
I immediately keep my eyes out for any tabaxis.
I start to ritual cast detect magic.
I'm getting a drink.
As you approach the bard, he continues a song that the crowd in front of him is swaying to. A fortress in shadows where secrets unfold, a bastion of courage and stories untold. With tankards held high, we sing of the night, where the brave find refuge in soft candlelight. And everyone sort of hee-ho, and like they're like swinging back and forth. It's very much a house number.
Nice.
Everyone's enjoying. He does take a moment to kind of look over in your direction.
I'll wait for him to finish this.
He sees the instrument there and definitely takes note of it. While he's finishing his song, we'll jump over to you, Flora. You approach the bar, which is manned by a half-elf man. He looks to be quite young for a half-elf. He's got a bit of patchwork beard. It's grown a bit thinly. Definitely his human side showing, as the elves would have a much more perfect and manicured facial structure. He's a bit dirty, but he turns around. What can I get for you?
What is your most popular drink?
Drink? I guess Brim's Fire Elixir, if you'd like to try that.
I'll have one of those.
All right, that'll be a gold piece. I don't recognize you. Have you been here before?
I'm around.
All right, well, that's all the answer I need. He turns around and begins mixing a drink, pouring various concoctions into a bottle, and you see it begin, as he adds more liquid, to smoke out of the top of it as he passes it over. He's like, would you like a chaser with that?
No, I don't think I'll need one.
Fair enough. Enjoy.
Thanks.
He walks away to help someone else. Are you taking a swig?
I'm gonna take a sip.
Okay.
What I gotta roll?
Make a con save.
You drunk.
Yeah.
8.
8.
The spice hits your lips in a way that you're not quite prepared for. You were waiting for it to be searing hot, and so you sip it slowly, but it is hot in terms of like a pepper would be. It appears that much of the fermented vegetables or the fermented fruits that made this drink an alcoholic beverage were spicy in nature. And so you sip on it slowly, but your mouth begins to go a bit numb. And I will say that you have disadvantage on perception checks for the next hour, as you are kind of sweating and having to wipe
So
sweat out of your
Flora
eyes.
really likes spicy food.
Okay,
Ooh.
So
good to know.
yeah.
You're enjoying this. I
I'm
mean, it's
enjoying this, but yes, I
yeah.
have disadvantage on perception, you said?
You know what? If Flora likes spicy foods, I'll say that you're quite accustomed, and so you don't have disadvantage on
Okay.
perception, but it is very hot and you are nursing the drink.
Perfect.
You said, Drazad, what were you doing?
Watching out for any tabaxis. I'm looking out for any tabaxis. If I don't see anything, I'm probably gonna do the same thing I did as soon as we got into the last Nope, I can't remember the name of it. Anyway, I'm gonna cast Locate Object and see if there's any obsidian around.
Okay.
I'm gonna tell
Are you ritual casting or just...
gonna
No, I
tell
actually
you-
can't ritual cast it.
Okay.
Okay.
You cast your spell, and as you peer across the crowd, you detect no obsidian other than the necklace that you wear, but I will have you make a perception check.
I do not need to move my hands to cast the spell, if that changes anything.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
22.
Okay.
Yeah, 22.
Looking out across the crowd, you see a number of individuals that appear unsavory. And they appear to be glancing across in the same way that you are. You might imagine that these are either bounty hunters or people looking out for bounty
I
hunters.
thought you said bouncy hunters.
Bouncy. Looking for those bouncy,
Looking
you know?
for them bouncies.
So these people have definitely committed some form of, murder, crime, or felony before.
Are you a cop
Probably.
for real?
Absolutely.
They cast the jump spell on everyone.
And you were detect magic?
Yeah, and specifically, Valoth would be mostly concerned with like illusion, enchantment, or necromancy. If there's other things, obviously he would kind of make note of it, but not spend really much time caring about it unless it's the only.
Okay. As you
Magic
glance around the room, you are delighted to find that there are no illusion spells or anything at play like the Illis Inn had. But you do see in one of the stalls selling various goods, they appear to be a few magic items in their stock.
What schools?
Quite a few, actually.
Do we visit this store? Oh.
While this
Do you want me to actually list them out, or...
Cinnamon
I'm
text
assuming
again.
most of them are enchantment,
Yeah.
right?
If you want to send
Yeah,
him
lots of
items,
enchantment, some evocation.
If you want
um,
to send him in a text, I have some flavor stuff.
Well, it's just a lot, so it would take
Yeah,
a second to figure out.
again,
is the thing.
again, if there's any illusion, necromancy, or enchantment, Valoth would care, and you said there's enchantment, so I would say like, if there's necromancy, he'd be like concerned necromancy. If there's not, then he'd just be like, interesting stuff over there.
Okay.
Go check it out.
As the two of you begin to walk over that way, the bard finishes his number. The crowd sort of cheers a little bit. There is a abrupt lack of coin being tossed, and you see the wood elven bard sort of roll his eyes, and he's like, "Thank you, you're too kind." As he kind of looks your direction.
I tip him. I give him 5 gold.
You really are too kind. Are you from around here?
Of course. Isn't everybody from around here?
I see your point. What do you do, friend? I see you carry an instrument yourself.
I'm a bard too.
Really?
Yeah. Like to play the drum.
Feel free to join in any number you'd like to.
Absolutely.
I will tell you the crowd is a bit unforgiving here, and normally they do not tip.
Then how do you get by?
I get by selling secrets.
That's what I was going to ask you. Your song, you said something about secrets, and I was going to ask you about those secrets.
Well, the song alludes to this enigmatic place and its wondrous nature, and he kind of leans in close. But in reality, it's just a hovel of bandits, sellswords, and the like.
So what other secrets then are on the table?
Well, sometimes we'll get the odd bounty hunter looking for his payday, and I often can point them in the right direction. Just as often, we'll sometimes see people hoping to hide their faces, and I'm apt at hiding them.
What's the biggest bounty you heard going around right now?
Well, going to cost you?
How much? How much is the bounty, too?
Can I?
Since you seem to have relatively deep pockets, I'll tantalize you with a 30 gold fee.
Okay.
Do I see this from where I'm at? I didn't get to say this, but my intention after getting the drink was to go bring one to Odd.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I, like, if I am not metagaming too much, I would be, like, bringing a drink
Yeah.
to Odd
I'd be like,
To,
this
like-
is my friend, Big Bertha.
to maybe aid in this.
The third
Maybe
fake
I
name
can
of the
offer a
night.
drink to old boy.
Sure.
I'm gonna show up. Odd, you have to try it. My tongue's kind of a little bit numb. It's very
Okay.
spicy.
Maybe after I sing.
So good.
After.
I've seen that
I sing.
elixir take down quite a number of
Oh, not
more
me.
stout individuals.
Not me.
Well done.
Give it to him.
Is this?
That's it for you.
It's the same thing.
Yes.
You almost lied.
Thank you very much. I will nurse this before I get back to singing. If your friend wants to hear the same secrets, then I'm afraid I'll have to double my fee. You understand?
Yeah, I definitely understand.
I don't
I can go away.
She has.
It's okay. She can stay. Yeah, I'm just trying to see like what's the lowdown? What are the biggest bounties out there, type of thing. And I don't mind paying double your fee, especially if it helps with some information, loosen your lips.
Of course. Well then, you pass him over 60 gold. He counts it as he slips
he
it into his coin
Taking a
purse.
sip of that drink.
He has not.
He probably won't.
The biggest bounty I've come across in recent days is that of Matavi over there. And he looks in that direction. As you begin to turn your glance, he's like, don't look.
Yeah.
I don't want them to know that I've just betrayed their trust. He's a Furbolg. And
Obviously.
word has it that he's from the land of Zashitan, if you can believe it.
Ashen fan.
What an interesting place.
Indeed. Flora, make a history check.
Do you know
Hey,
where about the
tell me too.
What?
Are you looking where that is?
Yeah.
I was like, tell me too.
It's where I'm from.
It's what? Yeah.
It's where we chopped down the tree.
But up.
But up.
But this way. Oh. 17.
Okay.
We killed all
those
NPCs.
I'm going to text you.
Okay, what was the guy's name that you just said?
Matavi.
Matavi.
Thank you. I didn't want to take any notes because I'm not there.
Oh, but take notes.
If it's group notes.
Yeah, it's group
That's fair.
Okay.
If not you, then who?
Yeah. Not me.
No.
Oh, I don't know. I thought you
I've
were,
never even looked at the
I
notes.
thought you were genuinely asking me a question, and I was like, about what?
What is this riddle of which you
Ooh.
speak?
Anyway, if you'd like to turn them in, you need only bring their
Well,
head
what did
to Brigit.
what did they do? What happened?
Yeah.
I don't know what they did, but they have an abnormally large sum of gold placed on their head.
How much?
6,000.
Oh boy!
Wow.
That's 1/10 of a staff of warning.
As you can imagine, he's made his way quite far from Zashitan, running from that number, and based on the fact that I haven't heard anyone looking for him here, I'd say he's outrun his pursuers. But I can only wonder how far he'll need to run to keep out of their reach.
Our ship's about to become a freaking hearse
Wait, that's
with just a bunch of dead bodies in it on ice.
Yes, I did. I'll get you through a pose next long rest, I swear.
Okay, so just
You could have done it while we were
you
on the ship.
said this guy
Could've been
said
2
that
days.
Matavi has a big bounty on his head.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I took
And that's all he really told us.
Yeah.
That he's fleeing from Zashitan?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We won't betray your trust, but I think we might ask him some questions first.
By all means, I've made my day, right? I may sing another song or two and then head out. The stage is yours at that point.
Do you want to duet?
Sure, why not?
Yeah.
We do good business together, it seems.
Yeah. And then I'll start setting up.
If he's gonna,
Setting up his drum kit.
Yeah.
Pulling it all out of
exactly.
your book stack of your drawer of holding that's on your back.
No, it's comprised of like the staff, my drum, and the shield is like a symbol, and then I make some spectral
Drumsticks?
like drumsticks. Yeah.
As the music remains quieted and you continue to set up, you all see this sort of boisterous half-orc that you recognized when walking in, swilling back a drink, calling for another, and then the slender goblin that you met outside fetches it for him and brings it to him really fast as he begins to down it. Says,
Now, where was I? My tale begins many moons ago, in the heart of the Grixton wilds. There I faced a fearsome wyvern, scales radiant like molten gold in the moonlight.
Wait,
here,
I hear this as I'm
there you
setting
go.
up.
it's
And
gonna
where
be
did you
like a
say?
long text.
I just saw you turn it, so
What-
I was like,
You said
Yeah, he
Grixon?
turned towards him. Yeah.
Okay, I keep listening. for
God,
a
that
little
voice
bit.
killed me.
Yes.
Okay. Is that why you turned and like? It looked like you looked at me like I was supposed to know something.
Nope. Nope, that was me trying not to cough
I was
into the
like,
mic.
I'm not following. This does not ring any bells,
that was
Alex.
him super focusing. Okay, I'm coming.
I'm just getting over being hoarse for like 3 months.
Literally.
And so, like, I'm trying not to strain the voice too hard.
Yeah, I listen a little bit more.
Okay.
See if- and then I want to insight check him too. Like, is this guy for real? Or he's full of shit.
Yeah, make an insight check as he continues his story.
With naught but my trusty axe, I stood firm. The
Wait.
beast's fiery breath scorching the very air I breathed.
19.
He's full of shit.
No, I smile. I just let him keep telling it.
This guy knows what I'm talking about.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. With a final thunderous roar, the wyvern fell. As I wrestled it to the ground, pinching its neck against a large rock with one arm, while I slammed my weapon in between its brow. That night I earned these scars.
And you see scars all across his chest, now exposed as he lowers his shirt to show them off.
No beast dares bare its teeth at me now.
Odd, make a nature check since you've been so insightful.
Ooh. Nature. 5.
You've heard of the relative size of dragons, wyverns.
Yeah.
Those scars are not from that.
There's no way. Yeah.
It's there are a lot of them, but
Right.
just like the placement, you're not sure what it's from, but you can tell it's not from that, especially because you already know that he is selling lies.
Ooh. I got an idea for a song.
Okay, wait. Am I? Oh no.
Yeah, have we gotten to the shop?
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sorry, we went on a tangent.
No, that's
there.
fine. Just so that we can finish it if you want to get back to where they are.
Sure
That's the
thing.
question.
I completely forgot we were going to the shop. To be completely honest with you.
As you walk towards the shop, you see that there is a human manning the stall. He appears to be in a knight's armor, like he might have belonged to some great house at some point, but the armor is well tarnished as well as his
Sun-touched?
cape.
Would I know that?
Make a history check.
Ooh, that is gonna be big history. Gotta find it on the list. That is a 22.
He does not appear to be sun-touched, as his embellishments don't carry any hint of red. He might have been high up in the Grixton military. Could have even been just a well-off guard for a noble house in the area. But as you approach, he looks in your direction. Come to shop my wares.
Yes, I was intrigued by the magical aura that some of them are giving off.
A man with keen eyes. I like that. Sure. We have quite a number of items to choose from. Have a look, and I'll send you the
Yeah, the list.
The list.
The list.
I'll just put it in the group.
Yeah.
I finally turned off the message send and receive sound, so I can do this now without disrupting the stream.
I texted you
Mhm.
a question. I got you, Caleb.
You're good.
Oh, I see. Yep.
Together, we
but
are
you may
powerful.
not be able to answer that right now, but it's a thought that popped into my head. You're good.
Thank you. I just know myself that, oh my god, this is the most aggravating thing.
I also have something that you might be interested in.
Yes.
Seeing that you have a few scrolls here.
Of course, many people have come peddling magical artifacts in order to procure a bit more gold to make their way through these parts.
I do have a scroll of not a scroll. I do have a spell book with a few spells in them that I have no more use for, but I'm looking for the right home for the right price.
Sure, if I could trade up on a scroll to a full book of wizard spells, I'm sure that would sell quite nicely. It's not that one.
No, it's
It's
not
the
the one with the
divination
6th and 5th level. It's the one that I stole.
But didn't you copy those already?
No, the
No,
ones
you
that I
can't
stole, I
copy
can't
them yet.
copy them
That's
until I
true.
get
Yeah,
those
okay.
access to those levels. And
was
they
like,
cost a shit ton of gold.
sell the book, Sam. Let's get rid of it.
I'm looking to see what scrolls he
Two
has.
shopping sessions in a row.
I'm looking to see what
Nice.
scrolls he has to see
We
if I
ain't
want
got no
any of
money,
these.
man.
I mean,
I
one
do.
of you does.
Yeah,
I bought
one
a
of us
lot of
does.
fucking potions.
I got you backed up if anybody
Yeah, you got
wants in.
so much money over there.
There are a couple items on this list, just so you know, that I had to add, like, directly, so they don't link to the actual item. But if you search the item name, it'll come up. Specifically, Lightbringer and the Ring of Animal
Lightbringer
Influence.
is so cool.
What is it? I can't
Okay.
find it.
So, the scroll
Just
of
search
Lightbringer?
Lightbringer 5e, it'll come up.
Is that a scroll or that's just a weapon?
That is a item. It's a weapon.
The one plus one base was
yeah.
made for a cleric
Off, don't care about
and
that.
it just reloaded.
Yeah, that's in Baldur's Gate.
Blackender, yeah, the
Um,
God of Dawn.
So what did you have in mind then? To a trade or some kind of
Well, perhaps I could interest you in a Scroll of Daylight. Quite useful when night falls like it is now.
I can't cast that.
Why don't you make me an offer? You have discerning eyes. You know what is here.
Daylight is intriguing. However, I would be more keen on this Scroll of Light, but it is quite less potent compared to Daylight. Maybe the book for the scroll in an amount of gold?
How much gold were you thinking? What exactly are the spells within this book?
Some divination spells. Detect magic. Need to confirm my notes. It is detect magic, I think.
Detect magic and
In the investigation one, insight. What is it? Spell the identify.
identify.
Yeah.
These could be quite useful in my line of work. Perhaps I could find someone who's able to cast them and help me to keep a keen eye like yours out for
And comprehend languages is also answer.
new gold. I could offer you the Scroll of Light and 50 gold for the book.
Hmm.
You're not getting... You're getting something for nothing from your stand of view.
Oh, not nothing. This took quite a bit to procure on my end.
But I assume you've already copied down the spells.
Oh, definitely. Which
I've been around many court wizard in my day. I know how this works.
yes. But this does not have zero value. Maybe to me it does, but to others you could fetch a higher price for something like this.
Then make me a counter offer.
My guess would be something more along the lines of there are 3 spells in here and I'm getting 1 scroll, maybe 50 gold a spell, and we'll call the scroll as 50 gold, so
An extra 100 gold on top of
100
the
in
scroll.
What scroll did you
The one of light is the one I'm trying
Make
to get.
a persuasion check.
Of daylight?
No, light. I can't cast daylight, so I can't copy the scroll of daylight down. That is an 18. Persuasion, you said? Wait. Yeah, 18.
You make a sound point. I think I could part with that much gold. Especially if I'm procuring a book that is so well made.
Of course.
He makes the exchange, and you now have a scroll of light.
Sweet. What's the rule for counter? Do you know off the top of your head for copying?
I don't remember.
Because I know what it is for spells. It's 50 gold per spell. I'm gonna Google it if not.
Yeah,
I
you
didn't
can
know if
find
Alex
it
knew
pretty
off the top of
easily.
his
But
head.
I knew it at one point, I'm sure, but haven't played a wizard in a little while. As we kind of jump around the room, we'll move back to Odd, and you're over at the shop as well, correct?
Yeah, I'm gonna buy some stuff. I'll tell you.
Okay.
Yeah.
We move back over to Odd as you've now set up, and the wood elf begins to count you in. 2, 3, 4.
Wait. What are we singing?
180.
Well, I figured you'd just follow my lead.
Oh, okay.
Or perhaps I should follow yours. Did you have a number in mind?
I mean,
I'm sure that this crowd would love something fresh.
I've been working on a new one called Pinky the Necromancer.
Sounds entertaining.
Yeah.
I think they might like that one.
Okay. So, yeah.
After you.
Yeah. I started leading him in with the beat, and then he can jump in, and then I'll start singing. He can back me up.
All right. Yeah, he's strumming along and kind of carrying the tune. He gets your progression and is continuing to play.
All right.
Make a performance check.
With advantage because he's open.
Yeah, I'll say he's warmed up the crowd, so do it with advantage.
Advantage because I'm in the crowd.
There you go.
Yeah, that's
Like-
you.
you're like-
You've got a plant.
Yeah. Nat 20.
Hell yeah!
Yes.
Regale me on the tales of Pinky the Necromancer. No need to sing or anything like that, but if you want to like kind of...
He, Pinky the Necromancer was once a young lad, and he had a great grandmother who passed away sad. And then he thought that he might learn the ways of the dark and bring her back to life so that she would appreciate. Yeah, I'll fart.
The crowd likes fart jokes,
But
apparently.
yeah, yeah, and but little did he know that she would come to bear her teeth against his pinky, and there it fell off.
There was now where.
They're like following along with the tune, and they're kind of bobbing their heads, and you hear a couple of chuckles leading up to it, but then when the punchline doesn't rhyme with the rest, it like sells it even more because it's not what they're expecting. The pinky fell off, and then they start cheering. The pinky fell off. The pinky fell off of the necromancer's hand. You know, the crowd begins to get into it, and
chorus is all like Pinky the Necromancer.
It's very jovial and funny. Not at all what people would expect of a song about a necromancer, and it sells so well with this crowd that definitely enjoys a bit of macabre and crass humor all at the same time.
Perfect.
Flora, what are you doing as you listen to Odd's tales?
I am just peering over at Matavi.
Okay.
Menacingly.
The figure that has been pointed out as Matavi is still hunched over, cloak over the head, turned kind of up against the wall, slowly nursing a drink, not looking at the rest of the crowd. Mm-hmm.
It's unfortunate.
You do anything else? Just kind of keeping an eye on him?
And the thing that we texted about, are we in agreement on the location?
Yeah.
Great.
During the song, I'll be like looking at you like, go talk to him. Go talk to him.
I might walk up to him.
Okay. You walk over to his table. Continues to keep his head turned.
I'm gonna make sure my hood is like up as well.
Okay.
And I'll sit and just. I just want to like sit at his table and look at him and say, Matavi, is it?
You see his expression freeze. He's unmoving.
You look quite familiar.
Did everything freeze?
Yeah, I don't like it.
I feel like I've met you before.
You sound familiar. As he turns, he begins to lower his hood, and seemingly your visage takes him by surprise as he lowers it all together and throws a hand out, spilling his small tankard of ale all across the table as red liquid now drips onto the wooden floor below. The tavern quiets as his eyes lay fixated on you. You see a furbolg with eyes like reflective pools of wisdom and midnight-colored skin, wearing a gaze made of a mix of astonishment and disbelief. The time-worn lines on his weathered face seem to deepen as he slowly moves inwards towards you to closer inspect your facial features. As he approaches, he pays no mind to his surroundings and forgets all about hiding his own face. In a silent acknowledgement as the drink spills onto the floor, his emotions appear too profound for words. And with a blend of joy and sorrow, "My dear Flora, is that you?" And that is where we will end our session for tonight.
Wow.
As
I is
all
not
of you are
surprised at all.
all of you are just kind of going about your business.
I was like, Big Bertha, look what I got.
I suspect none of you have heard what has been said, but you definitely feel the tension in the room. And Odd, you were watching, Flora, so you can see this occurring. We will pick back up on this next Wednesday. If you guys want to see what all this is about, make sure you join us. If you're curious as to what's happened up to this point, check out our videos here on YouTube. We have some recaps every 10 episodes. I'll be preparing to do another one soon, so you can catch up real fast. Special thanks to our friends over at Tabletop Beard for sponsoring yet again. Check out their Druid oil, which is very on theme for tonight's episode.
And maybe
smells
next
delicious
Druid.
and makes your beard into the perfect druidic mane that it should be. With all that said, go out there and make some chaos.
Bye.
Bye. Nice. Good ending.
So, Alex.